17 after 9. Enche, Yebetia Simona, Yade Amanonin Semino Abba is the 15th of May, 2023. Good morning and welcome again to the Sports Park. All right, so where do we start off from? Quaye Joada. So, a basic review of the major activities with a few stories coming in and out of European football and outside Europe. Enti yabakekani nyina boma bono tofa Pochettino se enche opesoni Frank Lampard meeting no obisan seja na team na obefa kra omo yare te sen na owo yare sebia wetimi aboa ama dia Chelsea team no. But just before we get into those stories, let's take a look at the major leagues and the results. RB Leipzig Werder Bremen airborne by 2-0. Ewo Red Bull Arena. Christopher Nkuku had a goal disallowed, but there were goals from Schobolai and then Orbana. It's Mibuomo winning 2-1. VfB Stuttgart and Bayer Leverkusen airborne 1-1. Borussia Dortmund are still believing and hoping they can win the Bundesliga by keeping the chase on Bayern. Michel Mönchengladbach by 5-2. Jude Bellingham, Sebastian Haller, Giovanni Reina and Marlon were on the score sheet for Borussia Dortmund. Bayern Munich is also etumri ontimiche Schalke Schalke by 6-0. Thomas Müller, Serge Gnabry and Abrante van Mazraoui onusha the first goal at Bayern. There was also a goal from Abrante van Tel into Bayern 6, Schalke 0, Bochum 3, Augsburg 2. Frankfurt 3, Mainz 0. Union Berlin on Friday night have beaten Union Berlin Normichi Freiburg born by 4-2. Now Wolfsburg Esuchi Hoffenheim born 2-1. So that game on Friday was between FC Cologne and Hertha. Berlin Cologne Ashe Hertha by 5-0. Hertha for Pribia. One more intimanya day. And Simu Adabraka. So this is how the Bundesliga table looks like. It's just 1 point separating Bayern and Dortmund. Bayern about 32 games or 68. Dortmund about 32 or 67. Leipzig ni Union Berlin etosu miensa eni and 9 on 60 and 59 respectively. Sa enetie. Let's move on to the French League 1. Let's see PSG for no mutim kodi nkunim krana nkrofo ihuru line on Messi. Wow, that's bad news, huh? Kafra, Messi. All right, so these are results from the French League 1. And Anufiada, RC Lens, Eche Rams, born by 2-1. Interestingly, it was Rams who scored first through Balogun. Abrana Kevin Dansu in a red card, but they fought back to equalize and win after Salis Abdul Samad lasted the entire duration with a masterclass performance. Strasbourg also etimichi Nice by 2-0. Both goals scored by Diallo. Good news is that Ghanaian Brantia, your friend Alexander Jiku or Kovac Kakra went me amazing, but he's going to return for them hopefully. Subsequent games are Ebeba Ediama Strasbourg. Toulouse any Nantes goalless. Monaco any Lille also goalless. Marseille Angers 3-1. Montpellier any Lorient 1-1. Stade Rennais Troyes by 4-0. Then Ali Dusseidu was in fantastic form as Clermont-Foot Lyon by 2-1. Abrante friend Grejon Che or 2 goals nina Edema Clermont-Foot. And Ali Dusseidu about 90 minutes at the man ni Bobu Kuno. PSG were 5-0 winners over Ajaccio. Fabian Ruiz, Hakimi, Mbappe scoring for Paris in this game. Winning emphatically, but despite the win, the fans were still jeering and booing at Lionel Messi for whatever reasons. I can tell. The table has PSG on top with 81 points, followed by RC Lens on 75. It's been a remarkable season for RC Lens. And after Marseille Tosumiensa on 73. Monaco Etoso fourth on 64 points. Monaco on 65, yeah. All right, let's do some Serie A news, Serie A results and reactions. And I know Fiada Lazio Lecce Ebo 2-2, Salernitana also share Atalanta 1-0. Now, there's a game that happened between Milan and Spezia. Now, born in Bury, not Spezia, share Milan 2-0. But Milan follow supporters group here from the Ultras. You know, they are like the vibrant supporters. Say the Liverpool for more cup, and as if for no, we must more Ultras. But the Ultras think Milan subembi omu dane dinanse no enswani nti also omu timi address Milan for no nti omu din kugo na Ultras no frɛ coach no ene ne mrante ni nyina seja me pese ni mu din komo kakra enom ka che Stefano Pioli ne mrante ense suba omu dane dinanye nti ba mu nkenya mo ho ye pese nyame aduma akensi edi enimi ayi ni Inter kwa akobol munye bibi modin kugo first round ni momo enso so munye bibi ni ehu we ene course so after Milan edi kugo to Spezia. Inter also che Sassuolo by 4-2. Lukaku returned and scored. Lautaro scored, and then Asemba kubi ne siya na enye ni kasem. It was during the game between Juventus and Cremonese for a very long time. Pogba ni wapla on shutdown started games. Into for a very first start in a long while. Bra Paul started. But after 24 minutes, na Pogba pre-free with a muscle injury. Na Usu Papa. Pogba cried on his way to the dressing room. But I now pay number scan. He showed the extent of the injury to Pogba into Shenonson. Fiorentina eshe Udinese by 2-0. Bologna and in Roma ebo goalless. And Napoli also Waji Liga we then a fan home. Otnauma Monza eshe no 2-0. And Verona also eshe Torino ebe Bono by 1-0. So this is the Serie A table. Napoli on top and champions with 83, followed by Juventus on 69, Inter was 66, and Lazio was 65. It's 25 minutes past 9. This is the Sports Pack. Join us on the WhatsApp line 050-636719. Your thoughts about the English Premier League title race. Arsenal bottled it at the Etihad. Can they still win it? Madrid NNA woman so sharing zone betima ko Etihad akwa wonders. But before that, na Espanyol supporters Chelsea Barcelona players akwa dressing room. Na Momaji Liga na muji mani Eblaye so fighting relegation. It was bad news after that game, but obi empla obi a ehun tono kama. All right, so we'll go to the English Premier League and then do it quickly before it's 9:30. Right, where do we start off from? Leeds United in Newcastle, Ebo 2-2. We ended the PM. I think it was a lunchtime kickoff. Yeah. And I've been Southampton officially relegated from the top flight into Kamal Din Suleimana and Salisu Mohammed. One more NCA kind Emma Southampton or Premier League. No, it depends on where they decide to go. But goes from Vinicius and then Mitrovic condemned Southampton to a championship football next season. Manchester United bounced back to winning ways after a 2-0 win over Wolverhampton Wanderers. Anthony Martial and a clinical finish from Garnacho. Emma Tengage Mranteno Enya Nkunim Die. Elsewhere, Crystal Palace fine form and resurgence continued under Omu coach Roy Hodgson. Abra Eberiche Eze Eshe 2 goals ma Omua. Omu share Bournemouth by 2-0. Chelsea esusu etine fie Emma Nottingham Forest ene ombebo 2-2 na enkofu de obi ni mo se mo nkofu ahye mo first goal awoni na Raheem Sterling abeji mo fie awonyanyi mo abeti ahye na mo santa ma awoni asamba behye. Chelsea's troubles continued at the bridge. They drew 2-2 with Forest. And a Villa, so almost fine form under Unai Emery this season. No, it was no fluke as they met against Tottenham Hotspur. One share Spurs by 2-1. We ended the PM Everton as we against the unstoppable Manchester City. Gundogan. I said league he's their best player apart from Erling Haaland. Omionu combining here with 2 from the German and 1 from the Norwegian. Omunya 3-0 win. Now for Brentford, as to Chimichi West Ham United, a Bono by 2 goals to 0. Imbuemo and Wissa scored for them. Then the game everybody has been talking about, it was at the Emirates. Now a title chasers, Arsenal, Omo and Brighton, and a de Boening. I can't see any bear area and Tico and Kiso and Abrante Undaf. Estupinan, womo and Ashe goes no Ediama Brighton, Abra womo Ashe Arsenal, and no other place than the Emirates by 3 goals to 0. Ene ukoshe English Premier League table na enyasem kotwa ebusa se Arsenal womo ebetimi agi title no e dey free City for nsem ana e say a 4 points gap. City on 35 games on 85 points. 1 game lesser than Arsenal. About 36 or 81. Newcastle Tosumi and San about 35 games or 66 points. And Manchester United about 35 games or also it was 66 points. The relegation dogfight. Southampton relegated on 24. Leeds, Leicester, Everton, Nottingham Forest. There's all to play for between these teams to survive in the Premier League. But what reactions from the games that were cleared during the weekend? First up, Yentie Mikel Arteta after so much Emma Brighton ebeshiumu by that 3-0.
But a really different feeling to the feeling that we all had after last Sunday, when we felt proud and we felt that we really did what it takes to win in certain moments, and today is completely opposite. Today we have to apologize to our people, especially for the performance that we had in the second half. What I have to accept first is what happened in the second half, digest it, individually look at what we have to do very differently for the next match, and after that, till mathematically is over, the second position is secure. That's not going to change, but we have to digest, and that's going to take a few days. I don't know, we're not going to change that. The first half was a very competitive first half. We expected that, a lot of interruptions, and there were 30 fouls in the game. There are no flow. We have some big moments, especially when we regain the ball really high off the pitch. There are 6 situations that we should have done much better. And when they propose a game like that, you have to be and capitalize very quickly on those moments, and we didn't. And the second half, the moment we lost certain runners, we started to lose a lot of duels in our last line, conceded two very, very poor goals. We had no answers to that. That's the reality. After the second goal, the team had no answers to do that, and I am responsible for that. I don't know, but this cannot be the way to justify what happened in the second half. In the first half, it didn't happen. That it was very interrupted and lack of flow, and it was a lot of duels, obviously, because it was a man-to-man game. But in the second half, we lost certain things. We lost focus. We lost pairs, and became a really dangerous game to play. No, I think we had the highest running stats in the league. So I don't think that is the case. Today, I think individually we were below par, to be gentle.
Mikel Arteta, coach Edma Arsenal after their crumble at the Emirates in some of the Bayern. How about Pep Guardiola after that emphatic win at the Goodison Park against Everton? Say no the buy.
You can show again and again and again the quality is important, and this commitment to all of us, to the club. So not just scoring goals, and now he has his momentum, because against Leeds was the player today again. So yeah, he can do everything, and everything do it well. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Maybe stay, hopefully. Well, when I see Chelsea, Brighton and Brentford, still we have a lot of job to do. So I'm not thinking, of course it was Fulham away and today away in between Champions League games. It was a tricky one. Especially Everton, I was really impressed the way they handled the game against Brighton. But since the first minute we controlled the game, except some transitions. If we let them run with Iwobi, Calvin-Lewin, McNeil, but especially the Quaye is a danger one. We come from more deeper. He's so difficult, and every corner and freak, especially corner, they are the best team in the Premier League since Sean Dyke appointment. So it was in Burley, but he especially is almost a goal every time. You suffer a lot. Arsenal lose here for one corner, so I think it happened. But we had the patience, the momentum, and the movements from Riyad and Phil was really good in behind, and especially left side. In our left side, we have more chance to attack because they close most our right. And we scored the goals in the right moment. And of course, it's so important. It's nice to celebrate with our fans away because always they are with us here with the travel. It's not easy for them. And we need 2 more games. We need 6 points to be champions. So 3 games left. We need 2 victories. Hopefully, next one at home against Chelsea and have a match ball in Brighton.
The big question is, will Guardiola and his Chargers be champions after taking the 4-point lead against Arsenal on top of the log? Erik ten Hag, Manchester United coach, Timi Buama, Omo Ewini, Omo game no during the weekend with goals from Marshall and Garnacho.
As you say, Fattal, we had to bounce back. We had to big defeats, indefeatable mistakes. We had no energy, so we played slow. And today we had to win, and we did it. We are very good into making the opponent's goalkeeper man of the match. And it was in Brighton, and it was today. So we have to be more clinical. We have to work on that, better conversion, definitely.
So, Erik ten Hag, Manchester United coach, and also the Nsem Kakra Abano. There was something also coming from Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United midfielder.
Well, we did our job. We need to get these 3 points. We need to win the game. We know how important it was after 2 defeats to get the momentum of the game back to our side. I think we did a professional game. We could have scored more, but well done for that keeper. Did a really good game. Some great saves that kept Wolves in the game until the last moment. But we did a really good job. We get our 3 points. That's the most important thing. Yeah, but I think today was not the case of wasting our chances. I think, as I said before, the keeper did a really good job. Probably 1 or 2 chances we could have a better shot. But I think the keeper was really good today. Did a great game. We have to give the compliment to him. I think much more accurate to the shots on target today. So we keep improving. It's 2-0, 2 goals is enough to get the 3 points. That is the most important thing.
As Bruno Fernandes, one of a Manchester United player in Tichana. So Pochettino is already, planning to move to London in the next few days. Was it Wakwa, Chelsea Jumande, Wajia Tumsobe, Nemo Mopeso, and Frank Lampard, a meeting. Sunset, your teenage Jown and him said the Shishino. Into set Lampard bed too, a Jumana said Dampaya, Grandpota Ja or Koyano, or Beso, Nyoma, Wetinuma, or Betime Tunu for so bar, once the son asked a woman in Trawa, into way and Sema. And also a Napoli president, your friend Di Laurentiis, was it OGDA said summer he plays with me was it a big deal because Napoli at me winning Scudetto now, Nenny Pabaku phone so they won because they were a unit and not because of any single individual player. Also on a team near the on the bed decided say Obinko and us Mobinko. As I said, Obika say Obiko Napoli team no beji jade. Debbie Onyi ni se we dey asimbe o se so. Okay, so we'll be wrapping up very soon. Your news kakra de Ebro from the Rome Masters. And now, Abrantia, your friend Cameron Norrie, where Timmy a qualify Ekonanima, but interestingly, he set up a meeting with who else? Novak Djokovic. Cameron Norrie, Eddie Abrantia, friend Martin Fucsovic, etimi Kanfoma, and a one Novak Djokovic, and a Edequaco boy, and Novak Djokovic, etimi the Abrantia, friend Grigor Dimitrov, Eka from 6-3-4-6-6-1, Wakon Nima, and a Emana from so world number 1, Iga Swiatek, will also qualify, but it's bad news because Coco Gauff, will no etimi Edin Kugwa, will free a year Italian Opinuma, and a ADC. Now, fi yetimi ede. Abedwa phonim de here no my dream so I then atwa jumediene. So there was also a withdrawal from Victoria Azarenka. Inti Nietiene said Abaya a friend Madison Keys no wakona him to the round of 16 sunset Azarenka now or sit no do no enti went me antwa akinsie no eso. This is a sports park on Max 89.7. Time check is 37 minutes after 9. Join the conversation. Let your views be big on the show on 050-6367-196. Good morning, Mutala.
Good morning, Nana.
Bogo.
I mean, I do more.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, as I said,
Yeah.
Over the weekend, it was a busy weekend for sports. NBA, Lakers into the finals of the Western Conference, beating Warriors. It was an interesting game. Then we a game, it's a 6 and a quarter. So LeBron James scored about 30 points in there. I mean, brilliant. And I think the Lakers deserve to be in the finals of the Western Conference. So, yeah, share the Enobe Kwakugu. Ode sa AC Milan story in the by about the Ultras, no. When we said, nah, your pawn game, no. Na me hwe game no ba na me yade nti e pon ya me twa me ni na me hu say players thing na you know in association football it is normal for players for a game to end and players go round to applaud the fans say oh my yade but when they applause we no fans no na after players no for general meeting or park na so
Yeah.
and what I know is usually the fans nature club they say we want to meet the players and have a heart-to-heart talk with them where they are how park na so and you could see Theo Hernandez and a few senior players who were calling the other guys to come around because they be in dressing room, no. It be fun to say, oh, and yes, we but there's one thing I like about Italian clubs. Nana, they respect their fans. They respect the supporters. They know Italian clubs fans say team near supporters Nadia. It belongs to them. You know their fans are very vociferous. And the passion the supporting team, no. Say Italian fan, e catch also a AC Milan fan or a Inter Milan fan. He's not just a fan. Yeah. The passion they support. It's no, I'm afraid team ni be jira wa. Woman no kasa no. And you could see the leader of the Ultras addressing the team, no. It was very important because now say Milan suba be order na di no. Nana, it is more clearer. Say they may not beat Inter Milan in the second leg and qualify for the finals. So the only route for them back into the UEFA Champions League would have to be through the table, the Serie A table. But then also no more drop points, no. And teams are lurking around. The likes of AC Milan, the likes of AS Roma, are lurking around Atalanta, So Milan subaya order nedin emwa. So it was about time the fans tell the players, say, Jack, musubaya muda ne do park and so the emwa. You need to get your acts together. It is not helping. There's this attitude be about Milan. As a Rafael Leao new Honoma, there's no Milan. As a machinery attacking force, no, and then Josiah can say Milan any Inter more quality, even on the bench, AC Milan. Only say Milan to boy say AC Milan bench no. They need to improve. Sathia o mo bugu ne Pierre Kalulu mono yenform mo bra. I mean Origi mu yenform mo bra. I mean they need to improve. And it was right the fans addressed them. Paul Pogba asem no na ya. Ya for Juventus because Paul Pogba is one of the highest earners at the club. You can't want more Jiska power club now. Paul Pogba eka ho. Uyi top 2 Paul Pogba is number 1. What Jiska he's paid good sum at Juventus, but he's not playing football for them. At a point Juventus became frustrated with him because Obabia na setback biaba. Na injury na samba no wasan go back to out of the team. No wasan go back to team hospital. And for the first time in so many months, he was starting his first competitive game for Juventus. And injury sambe boom. Muscle injury. And it's like counter injury no nya what Chelsea no. It keeps reoccurring. E baba ko anet to so sa. And now who is your Pogba tia. Utumu say ya. Because he's 30 years. Nana will retirement age mo ano sa. And he came to Juventus not only to come and help the club. He also came to prove a point to Manchester United. Okay, Quaye offers you a free Manchester United. And the first interview he granted said he wants to make sure Manchester United will realize they've made a mistake by waiting all this while and not offering him a contract. So he has a point to prove to Manchester United. And about Manchester United, there's been a lot of doubt. Paul Pogba is a player that divides opinion. Ebisu about Manchester United, in the time at Manchester United, no one Ebisu will say, oh, he helped the club, or the ball. So he has a point to prove that I am still the Paul Pogba, the name that I made at Juventus, no. And one I'm a but about India. And it's been a disaster. Injuries upon injuries upon injuries. I'll be surprised if Paul Pogba would come back before the season ends. Because muscle injury usually it may take months. I'll be very surprised if Paul Pogba would come back before the season ends. I think he should start preparing for pre-season and on the Waano. It's a sad one. Now Barcelona have won their 27th La Liga title. There was no iota of doubt about that. Midway through the season, half of the season, Barcelona will clinch this title because Real Madrid never showed glimpses of catching up with Barcelona. And Atletico Madrid, no problem. Inconsistency. Real Madrid have fired below par this season, especially in the La Liga, where they've dropped a lot of points against teams that Barcelona woman. And then a problem, no. And yes, it's not like England. Because you have about 6 top teams. And was so sana wait me in a title, no. And it's just 6 points between them. It's just 6 points between them. Wait, major 3, now we are 3. So it is about beating the teams that are below you. That teams now Barcelona and no one Real Madrid have failed to beat. Those are the teams Real Madrid have not been able to beat. And then Barcelona in upper hand to win the title. It's not as if Barcelona they were extraordinary throughout the season. But yes, I will commend them for their defensive display. They consider the least goals. They've considered the least goals in the division. That is a plus to Xavi. But almost they need to improve going forward. Nana, Arsenal have bottled the title. I said we make a name here because share season Arsenal. Waano say Arsenal are not going to win the title. No, the other quote through my head was, if Arsenal do not win the title, Omada top for over 200 and something days, how would their fans take this? Like, how would their fans react to this? And then I took time, but the air trending, we say, was a year AFTV, Arsenal fan TV. No, be a person share the reactions from the core Arsenal fans, no. And I'll share AFTV, they were dejected. Like, they don't know where to start from because they believe, say, after all these years, no, this season was going to be their season. But that 3 games mean they did Arsenal up to now. That 3 games, no, they will look back and curse those 3 games, no, for dropping points. One was at Liverpool. Even Liverpool, it wasn't a big deal because you are going to Anfield. The probability of you winning there, no, is very slim. But if you take a 2-goal lead at Anfield, you should be able to protect it. Protect it. Liverpool came back. Liverpool is a big club, no doubt. But against West Ham and Southampton, West Ham Southampton points na Arsenal drop here, no. Nana, and no di Arsenal nyasa. You say, Sebe, a Kurebeku Kramain, and a ton of pimpim. Sa Krone to Arsenal pimpim, no. Krone and Wuda. And no Muda Sukurema. By Enya, Thomas Partey na meme yes hard for him. Nana, Arsenal lose title, no. Thomas Partey is also losing his place.
Another one, Josiah Mfano.
Sano Beka, so was it or happy a competition. Sano Beka.
No, the Tini Jones.
He doesn't want to look bad in the eyes of the Arsenal fans.
Every player,
he's losing his place.
Now, every player in a competitive sport.
Adebayo so ka se bi. Emmanuel Shea Adebayo. Ono so ka se mi. O say what Tottenham bench. Spurs bench no 100,000. But Obeka no no player wants to be on the bench. especially when you're a top player. No matter the amount of money you are earning, also no player wants to be on the bench because when you are playing competitively, and only a Juma was signing up so by also there are a lot of opportunities more than say bench now 100,000. It's Thomas Partey throw no di say fano pa. Georgino abe benchen was now and unim ade ebe boa Thomas Partey the fact say if your man in league now your friend is saying Arteta might want to go back to Thomas Partey and Georgino experiment with fire and Partey will wie fire no money league now Nana Partey will wie Georgino has cemented the position you because Georgino buy no and wababe bie punu bia ma Arsenal league no the only glimmer of hope for him is say am moment man league no it may be next season he can take up his role again because from all indication na Arteta ka so kofa Georgino but there were a lot of questions but from all indication it looks like Arteta prefers Georgino to be in that holding role more than Thomas Partey and Thomas Partey is not a holding midfielder Atletico Madrid na now more converting it to sa na oba Arsenal so more ne sa but the kapa Thomas Partey is not a Caicedo Thomas Partey is not a Georgino it has a now omanya Partey de na kwa say square peg in round hole but say no manya ade a fit hole no pepepe and no me dey show and I make us a league no man no in a way be boa no because anya ye maybe the fans will call for Arteta to reinstate him back into the 11 Nana the man Arsenal choke here one Man City boja omo no against Everton cause no money say so be Man City in the run up to the league now it will be Everton because they are fighting for relegation and they want to get out and the Man City Everton a bigger hope when they beat Brighton at Amex. It's opening say they will carry that form into the next game but this is Man City Kevin De Bruyne Accra Mobi but look at the display they put on and in the first 30 to 40 minutes Everton were trying to frustrate Manchester City but City were calm. They've been in that situation before. They've been there before. It's no more winning the Ombetimaye. It's a winning this game. There was pressure on Arsenal and I don't know it is like Brighton is becoming a boogie side for Arsenal at Emirates.
Right.
Oma ko be 7 times so Nana Arsenal show mo be once Arsenal timi ko Amex ko show mo but when they come home omo timi show mo and in the second half it was utterly awful display from Arsenal. They choked because omo knew order the mentality of certain players. Odegaard only tied to be on a life muda. Martin Odegaard for all that he's done, small boy 16 years to Roma only tied to be on a life muda. So there were so many players at Arsenal omo titled that. So when they got here and it goes to the crunch period it also cycle itself no. That is why Arteta Kofa an experienced player like Georgino mo by Badamfa because there were so many weak minds in the team. And on the Arsenal, the title is gone.
Thank you very much. It's 50 after 9. This is the Sports Park. Messages have started coming in. Obisi Mutala, relax. Abba. We've not reached the messages yet, but wait, this one just freaked me out and I had to read. Obisi Nyabutre. Was your friend is a Bitus Enterprise or Dakuman? Was me Nyabutre what party? Party dienu. Party dia was Nyabutre. All right. Good morning, Josiah. Yeah, day, bro.
Yeah, it's a good day. At least we've experienced some showers. What a weekend we had in the world of sports. It was quite a good weekend. I was glued to my set for some NBA games, and I think NBA and Baby Adrunu in my thing. The Heat coming up against the Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals, and also the Lakers coming up against the Nuggets. Rome Masters no so after now we drew round of 32 I think it's also
16
round of 16 yeah. Yes there will be some tough games over there but then we'll have a lot more to talk about that. Let me talk about Manchester City. Okay. You see when you have a coach like Pep Guardiola on your heels when the title race is at stake or the title is at stake you need to do things differently. Because I quite remember Obekai COVID time in Liverpool G League no. At a point na omuda City domwechi. But then when the COVID outbreak need by the league was was halted for a while before it came back. But Ushe Liverpool, one thing they did almost that year was not to lose their focus. They kept the momentum going. Into even league no take break echo high to Zesa buy they still kept that momentum alive. Sa kusita ma league or to a point where it was mathematically impossible for Man City to win the league. Pep Guardiola knows how to play the league. Why? Because he has a system that over a 38 game span, he always get the better of teams. That's why Pep Guardiola hasn't won or has failed to win the league in, I think, just 4 times throughout his managerial career. Okay, Barcelona time, no, he lost it just, I think, twice over there. Or Bayern, or win or G League, no, throughout. Bayern, there was no single season. 3 seasons or in our G League, no. And also at Manchester City or Bayern, no, there's been 2 occasions, but one to Angelique. He lost 1 to Chelsea. He lost 1 to Liverpool. So that should tell you that this is a man who knows how to play the league. Uja league no mana, league no share, or bought in 100 years spanner. He made me be 80 because he has a system as a or deployer. It becomes so easy to play against teams, or he knows how to win point from teams. So that's how easy it is for him. I think going into that game, no, Everton, I didn't think they were going to trouble them, honestly, because I felt Pep Guardiola was going to win that game because Everton themselves, they've not been so convincing. They've not been that good. But then Oshe City, game they started, they were very, very patient. They were patient with their build-up because they knew eventually this Everton defense was going to crack. And also they cracked at a point. In the first goal, it was so easy for them. And they were able to get all 3 points over there. But then I think that shouldn't be an excuse for us now for their game because Manchester City are still playing in Europe. You only have the league to play. So how do you bottle the league? That's the question you ask. Say you are fighting or you want to win the league title. And now our closest opponents, they are playing in Europe. They have other games to play. So that is even an incentive for you to go ahead and win the league. It will show Arsenal do not have any excuse for bottling this league. They do not have any excuse. I just don't know how they manage to bottle this. But then you look at the game they played against Brighton, and I believe, Arsenal played well. They've played well throughout the season. But then there are certain things if you want to win the league, you need a complete team. Because Oshe back then, aside City or Muji League, when you go back to Liverpool winning the league, they had a complete team. When you go back to Leicester winning the league, they had a complete team. When you go back again to, I think, Arsenal G League. So I think Chelsea, again winning the league. They also had, under Mourinho, they had a complete team. Why am I saying that? Arsenal throughout this season have played with makeshift players at certain key positions. I don't think that they've realized how this thing has hampered or blighted their title winning chances. Because Osho someone like Benjamin White, Ben White or Moto Fee Brighton and Hove Albion. He's a centre back. Throughout the season, they've played him as a makeshift right back, and it worked on some occasions for them. When you want to win the league, you look at Pep Guardiola. See, the man has a complete team. The first 11, he will still field another team that is complete. That's how deep this team is. Pep Guardiola always wants the squad depth because he knows he's fighting for all trophies. He knows every trophy is very important to his team. So he will try and win it. So as we speak, he could get into the final of the Champions League. He already has one hand on the league title and also Osha FA Cup that he's in the final. Into the only tournament that about this season now, when Timian progressing encore final or even the semi-final, I think is the Carabao Cup. Aufimo. Because he knows every trophy available to win is a must win for his team. You look at Arsenal on the other hand, I think they prioritize the league. In other competitions now, they didn't really pay much attention to those competitions. And as I said, this has come back to bite them because now it looks like they could be going ending the season without a single trophy. And Osha Brighton, Roberto De Zerbi. Is it De Zerbi? Yeah, De Zerbi.
Yeah, De Zerbi.
De Zerbi. See, this guy has a pep in him. Because the guy wants you to understand. One thing I realized about this guy is the fact that he wants you to understand, if you're a player playing under him, that he's the man in charge. This man can play a player like Pascal Grosch, a very, very experienced midfielder at right back. A woman no Ordinako right wing. A woman not about central midfield. Andrea Caicedo. Moses Caicedo was playing as a right back. Moses Caicedo. If you have one of the best DMs we have in modern football now, na Obie Nyano, a coach like Dizebi Nyano, and your team biao, And young Manchester City being put waka say oh come right back because we have someone who can replace you. But about Brighton, not deserve Ama Wakobo right back. That should tell you that the man is trying to make you understand that it is my team and it is my system. So no matter where I place you, you have to play and convince me. And that was what we saw from Brighton and Hove Albion yesterday. Right. Yesterday we saw that Estupinian and Mitoma partnership. See, it was superb because Andra, just because Saka doesn't have the legs to track back, Ben White was in trouble. He found himself in trouble for larger parts of the game. And that was how Brighton were able to win that game. Because Osha, the way Brighton player, see, they have men everywhere because they have the players over there are workaholics. And I keep telling you, say, this is a team, they find a way to survive. I won't be surprised if another team comes in to pay 60 or 70 million for Estupinian. Someone they paid just 10 million for after they sold Cucurella for 60 million to Chelsea. They've pocketed 50 million. But they've had a perfect replacement. Someone who you could say is even better than Cucurella who was there. And that's how good this Brighton team is. I wasn't shocked they beat Arsenal yesterday. Because Arsenal, I think physically, they look drained. Psychologically, they are tired. You can't, if you want to win the league, you need to do things differently. That's what I'm saying. With the Partey issue, I've always said it. Partey is not a natural deal. He's not a deep line playmaker. Osha system now, Arsenal, Airborne, they need a deep line playmaker. Someone who is very, very smart with the ball, on and off the ball with the movement, create spaces in midfield, take the ball and initiate attack. Partey doesn't have that. Partey is good, yes, but that is not his natural position. When you look at Osha coaches omo pair those kind of games. Let's build our attack. Let's start our attack from the back. They deployed those kind of players. That's why Pep will tell you he needs a Rodri in his team because Rodri is smart enough to create a space, find the pass and initiate attack. And that is that flexibility Jorginho has brought to this Arsenal team. I just feel say Partey is good. He's still at his peak as a player. But then it will be up to the coach to find a way to use him because they say so. Xhaka, I think, is flourishing in his role. That's why it's even more difficult for Partey now. But then I think he also has something in him. Partey is not done yet. Partey has a lot in him. So it will depend on how Mikel Arteta will try and deploy both Partey and also Jorginho in the same team going forward. I think this season there, see, if you're an Arsenal fan and you've really watched your games, you see how easily it is for Arsenal to play when they have Jorginho in that midfield. It's so easy for them. I'm not saying Partey is not a good player, no. But that position now, it's very, very important to coaches who are possession oriented, right, who love to build up from the back. Let me touch on Manchester United. Manchester United won by 2-0. This season, their issue has just been one thing, Nana. They are not clinical enough. Manchester United this season have created 97 big chances in 35 games they've played. You won't believe, sir, they've wasted 65% of those chances they've created. Manchester United have created 97 big chances. Nana, they've only scored 34 from those chances they've created. So that should tell you, say, they are really lacking when it comes to the striking or the attacking department of the team. Yesterday, it was on Saturday, Yehu Marshall. Marshall is not a striker United need, especially if United are saying they are as ambitious as we've known them to be some years back. They need to go in for a striker. Not just a striker, but they need to change so many things about them. Because Saturday game on Monday, Wolves a boy. It's just because Wolves had nothing at stake. If Wolves were fighting relegation or they were fighting for an European spot, I think United would have lost that game. So United going into next season, because of this season, they've played 35 games as a team. Almost 51 goals in the Premier League. Haaland and Guagasha. United about 35 games in the league and they've scored just 51 goals. And Osha teams beat itself Fulham more goals than Manchester United. So that should tell you, say, it's so glaring what their issues are. They need a potent striker. They need someone who can lead this team and give them at least 35 goals in a season. I want to say congratulations to Barcelona. Osha blueprint that Xavi came, he deployed that Pep system, hold on to them. It's so easy. See, when you play that system, Nana, you can go the entire season and you win at least one win. You can get 25 games. Right. Because it's easy. And we are seeing Brighton also following the same footsteps. Let's hold on to the ball. Let's frustrate teams. Because teams do not have that quality. So the moment you have that quality, you hold on to the ball. You try, change one or two things in the team, make the players understand the system you are trying to deploy, then it's easier for you. So I would congratulate Barcelona for their win yesterday.
Yeah, that's it. It's 2 minutes past 10, 89.7. Nundu Abba Pound Sima Minu. Yeah, Jadwin Che or WhatsApp line. So 050 6367 I'm out for mine to league. I do I bo and won't come on. And now what is Mutala and Josiah Edia but 050 6367 You bet yes, ye dim we also so you drew a obetimido adwin chen abba. It said dear a brace also say Waano Edna Drinche Eba. Hi, quick morning.
Nana?
Yeah.
Now where?
Adumara kwa.
Okay. Odana de chia, odi afi.
Sa pepe.
De nyamia se so do abeka ye ho.
Amen.
Miss Darkwa.
Yes, sir.
I've known Akwasi for some time now. Yeah, bah here. Na, I think say I agree with him. With the party issue. I'm in 21. I'm drew a mebo abaso. Why ye jumanen anope? When sana would the boy table no so pen and mempe. Now hey, my man just in Barcelona. Barca win it 27. The another question will be BBC say Real Madrid they win say. So, Madrid in number 35. Na omo ni Espanyol omo nyina e Barcelona. Omo ye Catalans. Na driving from Espanyol to Barcelona no almost 15 minutes. Na nkofo no ya ade bia ase Barcelona ana Ghana ana Ghana ko Barcelona. When we say after the game no omo nkofo no TC Park so.
Aye, send Barcelona for ni huru omo.
Say, hey, I can't hear ya using count. Almost ye bio.
Almost TC Park.
Almost say, as yet. The reason why Barcelona players are celebrating.
Aye. Oh, omu fie.
Omu fie. Ma beji liga. Oma center circle no. Eno omo twehia. Eno omo ji omani. We say kofuna TC Park ko pamo. Barcelona for no maza. America wo mu 2 ye di free center line. Omu gina wanka na bibi besi. Ka bibi besi. It's rather unfortunate. Football say we too emotional. Ya na okopaka na ya na watu boase. Ya na watu boase kakra because the na mention on na ano edi.
Almost fight relegation.
Ben na say wo wie, wo show for two. O wie no waje ni league.
Ko krom ko ju ani e.
Ansa no mo kaka ho. Omo so mo ko mo krom no mo ko eji omani. O mo krom na ansa beji wani. I don't know, I know that. You see, Nana Chelsea issue no. You wasn't around and I vow not to talk about Chelsea.
So why don't you keep to your promise?
Nebio. Me say.
Undi. At least just keep them today.
Nebio. Me say. Said Nottingham Forest did me share one more.
I would have said draw no she.
When I said draw a different score line. Draw a different score line. Me say Nottingham Forest go show one more. Me catch Chelsea as well.
Would the Evans say draw no? I was stand for Bridge no. Omashi umunti je omasem.
Me akwa me tu kwa me ka last one am ko. Ala me ka last one am ko. Me ba na new chapter bi. Nai,
Sir.
Chelsea, what is their problem? Maybe position ni baby amete no. Among for team me make say me bias. But Nana, I put it to you this morning. What is their problem? Me, I don't know. Me kasa or me say me bias towards them. But Nana, I'm just asking you a simple question. Yeah, you say host with new opinion, but I humbly ask you. Say ebi abeti me achire, what is their problem? Nankam dia tumbo tonko kumasi. Memra na nanka bi ense no ma sesa. Nanka ba betu ato free ho. Because then I will show one more. I'm not due. Sure. This is Nottingham Forest team. Nana, this particular Premier League, it be about 35, it be about 36. Omo win, omo lose 18 matches. 18.
Did that you team no?
lose 18 matches on the Stamford Bridge. Nkofu yes home and away. Fala home and away. SRC more Carabao Cup. Who, if you are listening, I'm talking about Manchester United. This is a season of Manchester United away your funny problems and challenges. But yes, one more home and away. Now watching Kofu. Now they have won only 6 matches on 35 games. 6. Nana and cry 6 year can I say. Minimum could see 5, minimum 6.
Then crying in a tune channel.
Josiah 6, number 6 year can I say. Ekpa. Ekome enyo eten eje enumo. Ekpa. Omo winning 6 matches. 6. Manchester United they winning 20 matches. Hey, Nana, that's a problem. Huh? Problem. Not just saying no man nye fe kakra. Ma Graham Potter. Oman nye fe. Nana. Oman nye fe. I think it's go beyond the coaching. But the two. Mesa baby. Is that what?
Sir.
See, I'm really a seer. Really a seer.
Oh, wow.
I said this is a Arsenal cannot win the league. I said it. Oh, almost 81 and governor 86. 85. You for 6, two matches in the Grand Count. We must come 3 matches.
I don't lose any.
We more. Pep Guardiola buy how many years? 7 years, 6 years. And 7 and 6. I think 6. 6. Out of 6 years, we're winning 5.
What is it?
7. Nana, league, we're winning 5. I have my problem with that. But and then I'm limiting human league now we're winning 5 out of 7 years. Now we're winning 5. Is it not achievement? Eti adiano you best start a league. Unum say this is a season. Oman started you. I'm talking about Man City. But Nana Shababia omudi free. Any baby or my land. Nana omunim away and omunim home. This is a teamwork, Nana. If you are playing with them, if you joke with them, Nana, Joe Paddy on Bessel. And then you are competing a title within the 7 years where we need 5. This is the coach. Nana, and I make a couple of his head. That's now more gas. And what the Nasa, woman be obey you. Yet Kruma, and now some of us, yes, that's a cancer. Partey is the director of Arsenal team. Partey is a conductor of Arsenal team. But you remember that time connected to Waha. I sat here and told you that Partey no. Now I'm going to answer the question. And now you remember? And I told you that Partey mumi answer the questions. And yes, Partey any good. But Partey I want problems.
Oh really?
Only the problem I go to bench. Cause see, and remember breakfast and not pay. You see, me, I like people who speak the truth. Nothing else. Jorginho, Omu Kofan, Arsenal Kofan, say that guy is finished. Arsenal Kofan, say that guy is finished. I'm not for him the reason why they going in for Jorginho. When my Jorginho, I bench you, I'm anti-bench. I'm a Ghanaian, but Nane, objectivity before patriotism. Bizarre. You see, truth, I am no crack, cause he, I know Namwa, Okukuso.
Fine.
What can the other? The guy is, I know maybe Hano. He's not playing well. The typical Ghanaian. I don't make you all hear much videos and talk will by boss, please. Good afternoon. I say good afternoon. Pate Bobiana. I say, come and watch the football. You are asking me, Pate is playing. So, it's a boy no. Me person use me normal ways in be. Cause here you man no pay.
Right.
Me the kakra ka ho. Say Pate hwie the latter party. Hwie.
That's unfair.
Oh, is it Mami Fufre? Is it because Mami word never because
I say the form the conform.
Yes, dipped.
Form the
na
conform.
me brofi say
There would be a section I make forget Mutala. Forget me na me no din komo.
with that what can say?
Yes, dipped in form.
Where's he me say on fan say atiko kakra.
Ade akoka. Because I'm a Ghanaian. I like it. Better there no atiko kakra.
On share.
I wouldn't make you not to say. For the sake of this program, you are not to say kakra. One man also because player now what you free one. Baby I'm meeting no. I just have Georgino yi party man go to bench. It is a fact. Ghana Eden. Say I can say I no pay. Will be fool, but it is a fact.
And Quaye.
Go ye. Dada.
Odisheba.
Mpaka craving come.
Let's see.
See, today I'm going in for Leicester.
Against Liverpool.
You see, Liverpool doesn't deserve a slot.
In your mind.
Hey, no. Liverpool.
My baby walking
Liverpool.
Marcus Rue. I said they don't deserve a slot.
Can you imagine?
David.
But Manchester United is there.
Nana, this is a year Liverpool from last 2 years, 3 years. Nana, this is a season. Liverpool free. That season in name.
Money no.
Now over 20 I'll be just slot be room. Omkobo Europa.
All right.
So, and that match is crucial for Leicester.
Yeah.
Said Leicester lose relegation bako. So we lose relegation. I'm praying say a must win for Leicester City.
Right.
And I'm done.
Thank you very much, Kweku. Kweku says it's a must win for Leicester City. So there are already 2 Ghanaians relegated from the Premier League. That's Salisu and Akama. Okay. Yeah, so our WhatsApp messages are coming through and the line is very active. 050 63 67 196. And I say and comma Polytank Sumo Super. Polytank Sumo Super on Taichi and your foreign segment no ebreo on max 89.7. Now let's go through some of the messages. Where do we start off from? I saw some on Facebook, but yeah, WhatsApp. Okay, Facebook. Usman Suleiman said, good morning, Nana. Please remind Waano that he said Manchester United will win the league.
There's a chance out of that.
Hey, Usman, also a chance sign. In Okaje say, Baba, you can cry. Okay. We used to see a friend John Amoa. Manchester United spent more money on player transfer than Man City and Liverpool and yet struggling to get to the top 4. They were beaten in the Europa League by Sevilla and yet Waano is obsessed with Chelsea even when they are struggling. He's not ashamed of Manchester United not winning the league for 10 years. Gordon Segbe says, good morning to you all. Crespo Fufu say, although Barcelona have won the Spanish La Liga, but I'm not happy with the performance of Coach Xavi Hernandez, especially in Europe. So he should lift up his performance. Okay. Where's to see a friend? Messi Amoa. Okay, good morning, Messi. Plus, Honorable Abedi. Oh, Kumase Quadraso. Or say, Nidimba could the police in the Druno. Or say, to be honest, Arsenal is mentally weak and the fact that people praise Arteta that he will finish second is just funny. But come today at the Kempar Stadium, we the Liverpoolians will beat Leicester by 3-1. Hi to Pastor Ebenezer Ejapon of Kwadaso Church of Pentecost and Mama Soja of Kwadaso. And I've seen a lot of complaints. This one is from Atudem James. He says, your radio station is off. What is wrong? Sandoval DC say yes, the radio is off. Now Joseph say yes, the radio is off. Then I've seen a message from Max FM. I said, good morning, viewers and listeners. We are currently experiencing a technical challenge. We are working on restoring radio signals in certain areas. Kindly share the stream link so others can get to watch the best mid-morning sports show online. Okay. Kojo Asempa Furniture Works say the league is over for Arsenal. Kojo Asempa Furniture Works ewo Adum Kumase. Enoch K say, good morning, Nana Darkwa. I'm watching you live from Ebri. Please check your radio station. It's off here. Okay. Jones Clifford Akosa. See, please, the radio is off air. Kindly fix it for us. Oh, okay. Richard Edu says, please, any Real Madrid news? We'll come to with them soon. Starboy Shen Ahafu Mem Airport. Or say, congratulations to Barcelona for winning the Spanish La Liga title. Greetings to Mr. Solomon Adai, Arafat Phobia, Bullet, and my lovely father, Mr. Safu Edu. Where your messages kakra your fan or a Facebook. Usubeti me do dear kakra wabo no aba WhatsApp. Na ya kind edi amao. Why? Nti. Yan kind WhatsApp kakra. Na yan kuyenim. Okay. Isaac Clever said, good morning, Max Posco. Yesterday I lost my earpiece after buying porridge at the roadside. So this morning I won't be able to listen to the program. But by the grace of God, I'll get some today so that tomorrow I will listen to the program. Isaac Clever. Okay. So the concerns about the radio station's audibility is still big on the messages. Shannon Smile say to Tunyoma. Well, it's a good morning, Max Sports crew. Congratulations to my darling club, Football Barcelona, for winning the 27th league title. Vixka Bassa. Greetings to Ashon and Oduro Kunde. One more textbook, Spintex, Ewo, 18 Junction, Obed, and also adding a message by. We say good morning, and Manchester United will make it to the top 4 this season, but Liverpool will lose today from Jadon Sancho, Kisseman. Okay. We say good morning, guys. Hope you are doing good. Yesterday, Arsenal broke down the hope, but please open the prediction site. But it only gives us the 4th games. Oh, Samu, I don't understand your message. We see, I'm Jason. I'm listening to you from Botswana. I swear, Pep is a god. Hashtag Pep for life. We see, good morning, boss. Let Braco know that yesterday Chelsea's ladies won against Manchester ladies in the Women's FA Cup. Braco fi Bayfi Richard. Ewo Amma Saman and the way by. I say happy Mother's Day to my sweet mom, Elizabeth Obnewa and Ohiniri Justina Ofusuhine Pepra. One more achim in Sutem. And I say special Mother's Day to your sweetheart, Felicia Ekuya Koshilabi Befi Ewo Odoko. Thank you, Befi Kofi Richard. Caleb Ewo Tema. I say Arsenal deserve the bottle jobs of the season. Come on, bro. Wait to say, sup, Nana. Real Madrid shouldn't come to Etihad on Wednesday because my team City is going to kill them. EPL in the bag now. I'm Ishan from Taifa. Okay. Good. Let's see. Kweku Chelsea will come back next year. We do the best next. Okay, we'll do our best next season. Good morning and God be with you for the good work you're doing for Mother Ghana. You're listening and watching to us live from New Fadama, Presby Church. Yeah, that's it. So bye. We say good morning, Nana Max. Bye. Congratulations to Manchester United. They should keep up and fight till the end. From Akins, Tema, Community 2, Italian Flat, Block D. Akins, you're too catch it. So walk out there. All right, Akins. Toxic, Eltama Community 9, Mr. Sakiri Winding Shop. Also, Liverpool beat Leicester by 4-1. Nana, you guys are doing a great job. God bless you. Thank you very much, Toxic. We say good morning, Max Sports. Congratulations to my lovely team, Bassa, for winning the La Liga this season. Levels, Ewo Awoshi. Please, I want to give out some game bill. Give them out. I say, good morning, Max FM. Greetings to you all. This is your boy, Drake Lord, from Tama Community 25. I want you to help me wish my mom a happy Mother's Day with a song by Kowan, Mama, on Audiomark. Yamosa Anyumin Mawaha. Yeah, but Barma. Why? Good morning, Nana. Arsenal. Anyway, no news because we know them already. They should accept it. We, the Chelsea fans, are thinking of winning the league next season. Kobe Darlington from Ablikuma Joma, the boat driver. I think it's time for us to go for our predictor. Predictor is probably brought to you by Betway. But before that, the social media messages on the Sports Park is probably brought to you by Techno Mobile. Techno Spark 10 series. Go grab yours now. You're back for the second segment. We'll delve into more messages. And if we're doing Chevron 050636719. But before we go for predictor, let's pick a message from our proud sponsors. That's Betway. Betway, you say bet the responsible way and not for persons below 18 years.
Action now that's so costly. Inti chow bet every 50 pesos pay our aviator so nenya kwenya wa achede bebre ayede mano ebi e vouchers smartphones and any kika hu bebre beka growing hu our betway.com.gh kai say enhihia kakra wo hu gaming commission of Ghana sasha se o uni vie nu wotwe a enko hu betway akodie nu hu dontia.
23 minutes after 10, Max FM 89.7, Monday the 5th of May 2023. This is a sports park, a Jordan Opa in Suatuto, a form I am nemle. So for Kwaonam, a patri bit matu. Watch your steps, you might fall. Oh, drive safe. Uchakwe mu amweni now. For Kwa will be a shese in Suno. For Bonibia Emerald. The predictor.
Nana, Yakubu.
Yeah.
I mean, investors is the Diano Moody.
Yeah, there are
betway.com.gh. Make it possible to say the predictions, no, Bremo. And the predictor, the 4 matches and Bremo. Leicester, Liverpool, no. Predictor say over 1.5. Over 1.5. And all the bro. Real Betis, Rayo, Vallecano, and also a home win for Betis. Home win for Betis. Sounds now Sampdoria and Empoli no over 1.5. Over 1.5. Levante ni UD Ibiza and your home win or draw Emma Levante. Into 4 matches and the predictor. Ede kakra ede bro na investors de kakra beto so omobedino and no ena media to joy ebe kukuchi na area to online www.max.com.gh ho any other statistics in na be count na wo hu say matches yi odu kakra to so obedi mentwa obebia twa betway.com.gh ho and odds no and also Leicester Liverpool over 1.5 Real Betis Rayo Vallecano home win for Betis Sampdoria Empoli over 1.5 Levante NIUD Ibiza Zagunda no home win or draw for Levante double chance Emma Levante Nana and the power the predictor Eddie Abano betway.com Ketsi and predictor the predictions no about Betuja.
All right, thank you very much, Tony Beble. Join him once again tomorrow at same time for the predictor. Someone has sent me his bet slip. Nidin the Lone Wolf, which are from Friday, and these are the games which are we're winning. Which are Leeds United versus Newcastle, which are over 1.5. We're winning. And which are Aston Villa, any Tottenham, which are over 1.5. And also we're winning. And which are Chelsea, any Forest, and no Ochano, home or draw. And also we're winning. And Ocha Southampton Fulham. And no Ochan over 1.5. We're winning. Ocha Manchester United any Wolves or on a straight home win. We're winning. And Ocha Crystal Palace any Bournemouth. Ocha on a straight home win. We're winning. I even am for conform winning. Wow. Lone Wolf. Congratulations. We used to say Inter versus Milan X. Man City versus Madrid 3-1. You didn't add your name. Let me see whether I can find your name. Okay. What's here for? Nana. Okay, Nana. Yeah, that's it. Good morning, boss player. Chelsea is far better than Arsenal this season. Arsenal have all this form and going trophyless this season. If it was Chelsea having this form, then we could have won at least 3 trophies. Fredo, Ewo, Malang Bawe. Fredo. Also, good morning, Max FM. The top sports program on air. We love you so much for the good program. But for Waano, he always wants to condemn players who don't play for Man U. David from New Legon. You think so? Agrono, Zanetie, you know what I mean? so that any I read it. You bet me akeka boy ni na kama. You get me? Yeah. What's gonna happen? BBC. And then BBC, our next segment is the rumor check with the rumor boss. Goku. Yes. Rumor. Say.
Medin ka bisa say ho ye de.
Yeah. Okay. What's up?
Ene eye juada nana season no eba na wie ye.
Okay.
Na movement bebree na ebe koso.
Player movements.
Any coaches.
Oh, interesting.
Wey eye coach kase pa. Enche bebree oji league.
Okay.
Ewo krum ha. Na enkomo bi o de o beti ho asem. Se enkomo bi ekoso woni nkran team bi. Na papa no won kasa ni nwie because or say team no omode man no there's going to be a football tsunami.
Wow.
Because obeji dia on principle players in wo ho no obetwa half ogu.
Wow.
Players in wo team no half beko na ono ade the players are aba na eno ena akoye twema mentwe we akoye twema mentwe omo fi se na wo twa half ogu ehin ene se ye besa seska o ye besa seska eti ade wei atwentwene papa na bo amakasa na ntimi enwie peye so mbeti ase se football tsunami besi wo team no mu dia ene omoma na kwan obeba be ye adwuma no na second one dan sia dia won kra ene yeti se team bi a qualify for premiership.
Right.
Na team no ye nyina enim na bakwasem kakra. So premiership no mo bobida ene o mo call wilderness ene o mo saba but na nei nya se o mo bakeke o mo se o mo ba to come and stay. Asem na ehu. And the second one me jiri se nana ebe yanwanwa ene se team no se omo be win league team na afi no omonya promotion ade aba eye premiership
on saying
omo so omo ba to come and stay. The second one is to win the league.
That ben
Minim
omo win the league that ben any mani me anase be 10 years time.
There be serve say aduana be ye bi.
Aduana dey say no mo premier ni bi da kra. We don mbebo obi no mkoye.
Be wo mkoye so ache. And wo mkoye ache kakra. Enti omo say omo back to stay and to win the league.
Oh, okay. Where the rumor check correction.
You need the actually. Enti league we ya ye be boy say no no be win ya. You be show more than bo. Nana third one. You see I can see kesi bi e so weekend e was antimantem. Na coach we two we e the fa na coach we atu we afa. Two coaches bi. Baku bi the bluff na no dene. Na okasa ati say oye a boxer. Interview. Also more jargons will be boxers and more jargons will be. I will beat this guy. This guy is not my class.
Okay.
But coach baako anan kono so ne kasa no wo fom no. O say emra wanya promotion adu fanas. Na say we qualify adu fanas. O say obe make history in Ghana football. Say two coaches in adu fanas. It is a utia for when if fem.
Okay.
When if fem. Baako say obe make history in Ghana football.
History nso akọ finals went to manye cap. And as he say okoje cap no.
No one kasa no finals no kunu hobby da.
Oh, okay.
Unu hobby da nti for him say what drew finals no. Obe make history.
Oh.
Atu so obeje. na wasa akɔbɔ confederation asa akɔgye eti coach no na sɛ mo ɔde ato dwa no ana mam si fo.
Okay, 32 minutes after 10 a.m. Max FM 89.7, live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com, streaming live on Facebook on Max FM 897. Jumede adibro ebe page mu agi se dumienu abo messages kakra ansani Yakubu Gyasi to Bellyman or Tema. Or said the last 3 matches for Chelsea is waste of time and resources because City will beat them to confirm their league title. United and Newcastle will beat them to confirm their Champions League qualification. They will lose all their remaining matches whether they put up a fight or not, and they can't do anything about it. They are bragging, they have a say. Cheer, I can bet my wife and my children on it. I swear. They won't have any say. Bellyman, Nyabotre, don't be too emotional. Okay? I say, good morning, Nana. I thank God for the gift of life He has given me and my family. Much grateful. I think the EPL title is over for Arsenal. I'm a little disappointed that City are making the EPL the Farmers League. But still, we the Madridistas are coming like Kakai, so they should watch out on Wednesday. In fact, Nana, I feel this morning's weather genuine. Ewo Dakuman. We say good morning, Nana. Congratulations to Barcelona for winning the La Liga. I hope Baldi win the Golden Boy award next year. Yesterday he provided an assist and scored, right? Good game for him. Please tell Josiah that he should never predict against City whenever they are playing because City will always prove him wrong. Adnan Ewo Madina. Okay, Adnan. Yeah, that's it. We'll go for a break. When we come back, we'll talk about women's football. We'll talk about the FA Cup. And we will talk about the chances of these teams in the finals representing Ghana in continental club football next term. I am Max 897. Or is it? Tell Waano that if Leicester beat Liverpool, I'll buy him pizza. Now I catch you also pizza. All right. Echo break. Oh, you're bad. Nafi, the Akaya there at some, so we'll be back soon.
Are you a government worker or a private salaried worker? Do you receive your salary through GCB Bank, UMB, SG Ghana, CBG, Stanbic Bank, EcoBank, Access Bank, or Fidelity Bank? TCL gives you the opportunity to pick up any electronic appliance or gadget and pay within 12 months at no interest. Surprised? Don't be at all. It's simple. Visit credit.tclghana.com to apply or call TCL on 0596 913 317 or 0596 913 298 for more details. Remember, terms and conditions apply. TCL, inspire greatness.
IMAX quality modern.
And of course,
On hot days, they cool you with good airflow and to aid sound and longer sleep. They are secured with anti-rust mesh grille and enhanced super speed motor for durability. The powerful 3-speed control allows you to adjust the airflow with an optional brighter bulb which illuminates the room. They come in 3 types and energy-saving, affordable too. Available in all Max Buy outlets and leading shops in town. Call Max Buy now on 0302 750 308 or buy online www.maxbuy.com.gh or follow us on Facebook, IMAX Electronics. For bulk purchase, contact 0245 240 983. Choose super reliable IMAX fans. Choose smart life. IMAX. Smart life.
Are you ready to take your
Ghana. Get ready to win big with only one Ghana Cedis. Lucky Win is the biggest online casino in Ghana with lots of options for you to win big. Bosu Wankasa. With only one Ghana Cedi, you stand a chance of winning a cash prize of 1 million Ghana Cedis paid instantly into your mobile money wallet. In addition, you win for yourself smartphones, curved TVs, laptops, TCL air conditioners, and many more. So register for free today with a valid mobile phone number on www.luckywin.com.ga and also download the Lucky Win app.
Welcome to NLA 590 Mobile. Today we will discuss how you can win cash by playing 590 on your phone or online. Visit 590mobile.com.gh or dial *959# on any handset or network and choose option 7 on the menu for Perm 3. Perming allows you to increase your chances of a winning combination. Perm 3 gives you 2,100 times your stake amount when 3 or more numbers from your selection appear in any order. You need to select from 4 or up to a maximum of 10 numbers, all between 1 to 90, to play PEM 3. Thank you for your attention. And remember, you can stake your favorite NLA 590 lottery on your phone or online right now. All wins are paid same day, in full, and direct to your Momo.
Please dial 059-692-1590.
For any assistance, 590 Mobile at Downsem.
It's Messi, 2-0 to PSG. It's Mane, and it's blasted into the back of the net by Naby Keita.
Shot the target. Oh, my word. That was the Sputnik. Through the middle. Opportunity for the Fabians. They are back in it. Awako.
When fundamentally you fail to do the right thing over the years, Africa, and you know, again over the years, almost sustaining also. They say Manchester United is winning quadruple. Hey,
I'm penny for say a motia son son, you multipene, a yet Sasabon Samoa Wabu Achacha, and a yet mass post pack. Yasa Abebio, a Juada Equasi, a Fiada no Panon Cron, Equasi, a Ria Prem to Brim, Tia ya de dia de, and Kwane Bebrel.
This is our own, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own, let's cherish our own. Division 1 League is back again. This is our own, let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. This is our own, let's cherish our own. Women's Premier League is back again. I don't see a day what dog can want. And EJ can want. Get the ration more. I say a day what dog can want. And EJ can want. Get the ration more.
All right, it's 40 minutes after 10. Welcome back. This is the Sports Park Max 89.7 live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. Yadi ofe dikan akwakogu say yadru ofe tosumienu and asiesronko enkoma aboafo ekan homa yadi die toa sui ebreo yena NLA ase NLA koyemwa NLA 590 games yes NLA bon kaye set Frakadam for Dawson, Azafo ne womu a ompenkofo abomu apo Dawson. Inti ne uwa bon so mobile phone messages are popping up. Oya ose mi ejmo NLA mamiskana me ma loto no mana kocha oboa or dada bibisa yuani and for dream money pa crop. The enyas wa for mobile phone. Now what dial it *959# *959# na afi wetimi edi messages prompts ebedi so no na wetie eno ase wetwa wo NLA 519 and ase obeko 590mobile.com.gh 590mobile.com.gh and play your NLA across all mobile networks. And ikasam say uchana say udia sikani yetwagu mobile phone no o momo account no so na what's my dem you sika 590 mobile down sem.
We've been there, Nana Premier League is back again. Since the days of Joe Debra. We've been there, the nation wale.
Tisi asimi misa se uya ba adwuma ani ana se bia uya nkrankra adwuma, you a private salary worker ana bia uyo bia adwuma uya no bosum bia wakatwa ba basabasa ni gidigidi bia ni hu, you get your money the way you should get your money. Ene nyabutre na sika no poni bituo na afimuni nyina yente kakra na beji home appliances de da wakoma so ewo TCL asuye ye wo television sets ahodo, your washing machines, freezers, refrigerators, any home appliances, kama would be brebe. Inti brana bejo there with no interest rate. Se only banks are mebobo di ne didi soa na di didi soi na oni omo akwa kotrase na afi omo chiro sibia ubetimi di ho Jimbi, Stanbic Bank, EcoBank, Access Bank, UMB, SG Bank, CBG, GCB Bank, and our Fidelity Bank. You can also visit credit.tclghana.com and apply or call TCL now on 059 69 133 17 and our 059 69 13 298 for more details. TCL, inspire greatness.
Go tell everybody, bring back the roof. Say Ghana.
Nafisa Fattal is back from Abrankesi Kumasi with good news. After a long season, her job finally came to an end during the weekend. Abra Wonininua Esther Ekotito Abrankesi Ede live coverage Ebre Tiefoni Ashefoni El Max TV from the finals of the Women's League, sponsored by Mutala Guinness and powered by IMAX Media. It's coming up to 11:15. Nafisa.
Nana.
Yeah.
Me church here for new bibia.
Boko. Uko lake busumchiana wenya hwanko.
Yenya hwanko.
Okay.
Because she na egu akwam nana na efenye. Onim say na first time nso a yekohu abrankese.
Unko order.
Ye nko order. Babosomtwe de me bokuma ase no. Ye ko ho excursion ye lake na nti na makohoda. Nti bibia na kuntuna ase na se. Nti ye bombodi ade ni kire ho. Oho. Ana dwumadie kese no nana oho na ye de hyehye so ba. Ye kodu ho no mo no. Na me ye ka Dr. Kwame Chiamani say minim no me hu ne da. Ba ye kodu ho na nse dwuma ye na no no ankasa ginemu bi. O ginemu from time ye kodu ye fit time e bo ni wieye. Aye share na so no ankasa mu e wo facilities na wo tutu bibia mana kwa yiye kama. Na nhye ndie ye de call ye na pa ye say eye ampem da ko a ene Hazakes na de call Mutala Guinness Women's Premier League 2022-2023 season no finale no oho na ye de ye ni kire ye nana na ye kra behwe because na wo sha na afana mioni nya na say anibra bem bragging right bi ubom head coach na assistant e wo ho na no so bia so e kire say power no this is the third time dia na pa say di obetimi edi nkunim wo no yonko so no no na ye kire say okunu ni ankasa it now to me say you see Bazigi ene Jo Nana Darkwa no nyina obi ani age a na eye wo hwe nhyehyɛ nso na omde to ho na bibia eye kama Mutala Guinness for esiesi ho kama panyia no da no dan na edu asare da akon no no wo ho bi ene we ma omunyina na wo ho den hye ye GFA nyina omunyina den hye ye Keto Kreku a eye GFA president na no no so wodumade na si real betina ho ma bibia etutu bibia yie ma ne ko kama inso toye ne de fa munyina na na atimu se bibia ekọ kama two teams ni nyina be arrive ye de omuye ma ne ye fe ne se teams na wo kuma ase ne de nana teams ni nyina mo Kumasi a we Kumasi based team na wo Women's Premier League, they were all there in their numbers, all the 11 teams. Okay. But the other regions ni dey e rep ana che say e bia wo captain bia na say ya na mo nyina eba mu be ye meeting hye mu kama e de awieye no e de ba awieye e wo abrankase ho na meeting ni bibia call ye wo hwe ya omo ba ye betway the Catalan na not me say sponsorship no obia bo modern eba dwumadie na see because na e fine na obia person oyi nanim we share Ghana Education Service with the collaboration on the GFA in share omo ye school kwala ye twe omo begu agoframa no san na omo ye ma ho no be ye de na ye kra be because we share ya 15,000 capacity stadium no na it was almost about 8,000 we share ya no ho no ma papa ye ma e share e ma no nkran ye de ba ye na say ababejina two teams inti a ye call honum no which is Hazakes ladies and Ampem Darkwa na omde share so ye kodu ye dressing room bibia e share so ye e kama ba adekwa me fa ne na eto Hazakes no omuti anye ye na no akwan so moba no omoba se nti ombedu ye straight to warm up me sure say that also affected wo hwe se na dwumade ne de hye ase ne kwan yo mo ahom keka ne de Hazakes ye you see basically a person try so be cycle and crop but defending champions na ye no madwen say nana eyom diem baby oban de bono ne asante de na no mo so mo ye ba ku nti o mo ntimi ma no mo mba asante he na so no mo nsa nko form nsa o mo nsa pan sa ensa nko o mo do mo kru wa na bae o mo anom ye o mesa bombode ade o ma de ko wo hwe ma na ho kama na nana eye ne gie ye de eji be hye ase eye rejoice adukwe eye referee papa ogina dwumadie na ase obo aben say yemfa nko no unu say na bibia ekoso ye ma Hazakes eteki at least first 15 minutes na Hazakes na dominate na wo hwe ya Ampem Darkwa akire say ye stadium na enya de first half no ko ye awie na obi entimi anhye a omoko into recess a obi entimi anhye second half no mbae na the star woman of Hazakes Doris Bedua enya corner kick bia onim say na height nso de na eboa ne yi a wotimi epoma ya Hazakes eteki lead na Hazakes feel say adwuma de baby adu de they manage the game na say eya kwa akosi awie na omwanka so omosa hene a eye Linda Eshen mistake be on the 83rd minute nana obenya chese clear to safety na paisa anka best 6 minutes de na plus injury time e de be kan no plus or minus no na nka bibie si na nka e de akwa awie no yenim de ekosi ya Linda ekoye some mistakes bia Emma Ophelia say 1 ponsa efa so eteka no a opia chese game no into extra time nana obian so antimi anhye ye kodu penalty no nana unim say history dey see wo last season dey see ye no eno an essence ye penalties ne bono last season ekoye ro mo hye 1-1 sa eno goals ni mienu ina by in the first half and na sport kick no mo dragging into penalties ne ko by na ekoye 5-3 this season nso sa na ekoye ye onipa call say penalty ne emma Hazakes emma Ampem Darkwa enya advantage ne success ameya ono na chese okobo okogina echi a nana bonye nsha minim se na light dan animu se den o ma so over the by ma Ampem Darkwa advantage a wutimu say omo penalties 5 ni nyina omutimi bo shirt say last season ne pa say penalty dia Ampem Darkwa ladies no nana omunim bo papa omutimi agi kruwa no for the second successive time omde esi omo na so nana you see basically na nebo enjo because o say na the girls na adwen nyina e wo sa match when hunti na ma FA Cup no mulusu ye no nti o ma ntia ase say baby a wadwen wo no went me 6 minutes to time went me and Shama and say bibia just manage the game within 6 minutes no na nka o mo fa kruwa no na ade ayo
na then one kasa yes one year post match
na o ye post match okasa presentation or ye by ye di kan ye ne de ne first and so no mo ye presentation e che na coach Adakwa nso be ye ne de
because I would have been surprised say
okasa because won say na ade na si akoye no ono ani ni nua o say is my brother until whatever happens now it has happened. It depends on the girls. So no bet me aside can the girls are here adwuma na. But the end of the day no it's up to the girls to also pull up because what share time manage the game just 6 minutes to go. On one kasa captain or say anko ye any players on one kasa experienced captain Linda Shen. It's me committee is blanda no mo take Canada. And now say na dey on say one. You met me aye na no mo ye nti. Penalty into the Ayobia game.
All right.
Nti you see basically which me will say Nebo Anjo anya de omuna esi omuti ase no mudi fi honom. But the asanko ya ni say apart from presentation ne bibi ye no na na say presentation they met me there to jama yehu players no ahodo ne de omunya ye goalkeeper of the season Grace Banwa a ofi Hazakes one na nye goalkeeper of the season. Defender of the season no Matapia a ofi Berry Ladies. Discovery of the season Helena Alomenu oye new debutant amaba ACM Socrates nana ohona ofia otimi eje sa abasobode no. Top goal scorer no de yakari dada Princess Owusu na onya top goal scorer na player of the season Ekoma Prisons Ladies ababawa efene Helena Obeng ono nenya player of the season ana coach Nana Darkwa anaye coach of the season ewo Malta Guinness Women's Premier League no tana njene ekoyeye but say no or say they need to beef up the squad because say no as a player bi enya kwanya na Nana oko enti ayesa na omoko Africa na etimi omokakra omokoye omo ntimi ankwenti this time around no they are making sure say wafu na ombekon because that's their next step.
Okay.
Wafu na ombekon no making sure say they can qualify to the CAF championships and they say at least Ghana ombetimi a raise Ghana flag no.
Right.
Eboa coach Nana Darkwa
We work for the victory and now it has happening. But coming to this game we thought the game is going to be tough. And lo and behold, you saw what happened here. But tactical play of our players, how we told them to do, and coming to the game, it happened on the field. So they did well. So all praises should go to the players.
Okay, so from here you move to Wafu. What preparation are you going to put down to make sure this time around you go all the way to the CAF championship?
Yeah, we are going to work on 1 or 2 players to beef up the squad so that we won't go there and fumble again. At least we want to qualify for the main tournament, so we are going to work on some players before we can get there.
Nana Darkwa coach Edma Ampim Darkwa Ladies in team. Is a omoko represent Ghana or Wafu mfro no omoko Africa.
So mutimi qualified there. Ohana qualification fee from your zone Wafu no. Therefore I say we need just 2 our mates may qualify if you Wafu. So mutimi qualify eka ho there. Nepa said they'll be able to make it to the CAF Champions League.
All right, Nafisa, thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Say, na Emmanuel FA Cup no so akwakusi saying.
FA Cup no na semi-finals ewo ho. Police ni Pelpia na ebeshia.
Okay.
Na Ampem Darkwa na Army Ladies.
Say na Hazake se film.
Hazake se film.
Ane Ampem Darkwa mbetimi age double.
Ombetimi age. Na say last year omo ye double.
Mikai pa.
See this time around no, do obetimi aha omo na Hazake. But Nana Army omoso ewo ho Pelpia nso ana itimi atete Ampem Darkwa wo northern zone ne saa ba be sita atem njo no so da so police nso ye ka FA Cup no magibida the experience so mo nya de wo league na league na nko yi am omo kra na bebi omo aba bedu na ye say di anishon because this time around no omo pick up with the change of coaches no omanya no they can also worry so we 4 teams ni na Army, Police, Pelpia and Ampem Darkwa na obia ye capable of taking the FA Cup enye fusa obi anyi obia sesa na omka no FA Cup no obi anyi bia enra mto ewie no gifty owari eje edumadie bia nana I feel say wayade ye bebo so age no okoche Hazakes ene Ampem Darkwa nyina 10,000 mo musika bi edito mbote apart from prize money na ye de mom ne Malta Guinness ne prize money no munya ye na o ma 2 teams ni nyina that kind of money na almost enfan so masne enfan ye do meet my inti de ekosi mu ewo kuntuna se ewo Abrankase Sports Stadium no Malta Guinness Women's Premier League 2022-2023 season no nana ye de aba begu say Ampem Darkwa na efa double no or defending the title.
Thank you, Nafisa. Yeah, that's it.
Let's cherish our own. Ghana Premier League is back again. I say this is our own.
It's 56 minutes after 10 on Max 89.7. Yeah, Betco and Waano so because there's something big coming up in Brown Halfo. Yeah, you say Brokum Chelsea mo any Adriana in such a mind Ghana Premier League represented Bruni Halfo regions. To buy name, the most popular Brown Halfo regional team is Tanobo for Aqua and maybe Be United. Omko relegation a chepa per year. But Bofakwa is trying to make history by regaining their slot in the Premier League this season. Amino Kase, Nyamiya Duma, 11 Wonders, any Bofo, ebetimi dia boy ni in the playoff because nra 11 Wonders eshe wasunta by 2-0. Oda say, I know almost 4 points more than DBB with just one game to go. Yenye ni say Bofo akwadie na juma no we weird dada. And Wonders will face Bofo on the 30th of May at Accra Sports Stadium in the Zone 1 playoff. Yani Bofo coach your friend Fuseni Abubakari etwetwe komo waye juma papa. Hi coach. Good morning coach. Hello. Okay. Yeah, be kwa wan su biom na I see benya Abubakar Fusenia na yene na twetwe enkomo on the Division 1 Zone 1 League and been for splitting into 2 zones na ene ya boy wi ansa na teams mienu ayi omuti bofo temiante bofo akwa esukese ye pebre tano bofo akwa esuo tano wo mu enene wo many Wonders Ekwakobo playoff no. We'll get to do that interview very soon. Say Aomano etutuma nafi yako any yenyano akwakudi and komo. All right, I think we're through to go now. Hi, Coach Abu. Hello, good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Pacho Boko die.
Boko.
Ya de radia sena boy komo kakre. Tano bofo akwa season no send akwa mamo.
No, that was before the Catano became what you know, the enough from starting, preparation towards qualification, they are here and there, they are from Hitches. But no, thank God, that's more for me, my qualifier, Yakubu, playoff.
Now, Jana team ni this season, last season, 1 month, Bibisrun Kubena, a beto ja. Ama motima bakwa kudum pempen so we.
Last season, so yeah, misunderstanding between the supporters in the now, so be I found. But back, no, no, you're more, I'm watching. It's here, so we are almost reconcile, so we are reconciling. It's here, starting to be our contribute to management, yes, supporters, yes. Play body technical team and do share for my team to qualifier Kobo Medellin.
Usha players are recruit 2 year. One more audio building pre-season. One more audio ball league. Ubaka se zone the our qualities in Obia.
Quality the other teams also quality. But for Omonia band. Granda Warriors, Omonia band. Young apostles, Omonia band. Even as now, Omonia band. This is that they draw both matches. You see, easy, sir. But materials not better, you know, now qualities no. Osha on last 2 seasons, materials will be your home. And beside that, you know, managers and also premier club players will be for 2 days. You see, with the preparation and responsibility, I will be a take here. I mean, it's no fun to be a failure.
Bofakwa is one of the most popular teams in Ghana. One traditional club, one more league numa, nika se mo biya se obeti se bofo bo match. Na bofo suko anwe hie mu ache. Anye biya pressure da woni technical team no so. Se mo be sandi bofo ababo sha asase so.
Okay, definitely. Pressure there that is so far. The whole Bono region. Almost by 70 years, we say 50 years, we Premier Maho. Especially Sunyani, precisely. Premier Maho, I change. The comedy omo. The ama ubi no Premier Seminar work. Supporters of be United, Sunyamani in the omo there. Be premium one of my or paint the pressure and awareness on the
Namibo, Yasina Muni brekum Arsenal born am ko boy nanka Arsenal for ne se munyo mu papa bi.
Okay. Enu mo de Andrew Mani.
O titi won from am.
I say can am for but say paying for and I say we have a catch the coach Arsenal assistant to be frank this I'm the top man.
And because when your man was here so nka ye condemn na no but amba wani media that's fine. Motivation to say ahead of the playoff in Accra.
Motivation high. The whole senior man contribution will contribute to management. We are serious. Of the saying I'm not boa, being so achieve.
Yeah, the Enkrania war, ye say Oba be camp kakra or Hansa. Match ne drew Max TV the cameras be about training grounds na ya timi atwetwe komo kakra na sunyanfo de bebre won kan ha o wo mo susu bofo do mo akoma so wo hye mo bo se wo ban kran yi wo de ensem papa ene be san ko sunyan
inshallah that's a goal we are na say of the qualification no yes but say sunyanfo no o mo support bofo ni o mo support bofo ni na o mo bra be share stadium inshallah
Coach Nyankupon shall be we show the very best of la me say be me the sabia yeah bon match na ya boy we na bia me interview was start times as Bofo Akwa head coach it's a very nice experience. I wish you all the best. Why?
Thank you.
Right. Fuseni Abubakar coach at Matano Bofo Akwa esukese ye pebre Bofo timi anti ose Bofo NNA woman 11 wonders ekwakobo playoff in the Division 1 promotion from Zone 1. It's 3 after 11. This is the Sports Park on Max FM 89.7. Unse matches koso into your winning ye TSC.
This is our own. Let's cherish our own. Ghana.
If it is MTN FA Cup match, Obia and Ubia.
And to bet my joining in your WhatsApp line is 0506367196. Would you love to see Bofo back in the Premier League? You have any fond memories of Bofo Akwame and Tunka? Woman 11 wonders and Eddie Airborne FA Cup finals. Kim Faisal need dreams. Anyabia, would they be worthy representatives of Ghana when they go to Africa? Can they even represent Ghana in Africa? And I know memenda kwesiada and MTN FA Cup committee woman FA from penny for Eco PM Ewo Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex Ewo Abrankesi Kumasi Eho and Kensia wodo eba so na a qualification to the finals of the 2023 MTN FA Cup. Na Kensia edi kan eba so ana memenda na a Dreams FC womu ene eye enswatreman na ede Dreams and Sky. Dreams versus Sky. And I see Zito to be a money, Sky for coaches and Yakasani edi coach, Alright, so Dreams FC beating Swatraman by 2 goals to almost Sky. 2 goals to Mum and I can face her. I saw that boy's volley. Boy, no, Olympics went to me. When it was to me, boy, you said, went to me, I'm from Pom Watson. And no volley be or share against and such a minor. You need to see that goal. And you know, fight also to me, we need by 3 goals to 2. But let's hear from a year and such a man for coach Mumuni Abubakar after Sir Kim Faisal etimi ashe womu amo free competition. Was it baby omu do a crowd money also? Omo first time no do semi-final CD. They're excited about their place.
We couldn't make it, but as our first appearance, I think even from where we are, we have made history. Only that we wanted to make it bigger, and it never happened.
It has not worked to perfection today, but surely next week is a bigger game for you. How do you approach that one?
I think next week's match is like a match of survival. It's going to be a determinant factor as to whether Nsatuma will stay in the league or not. So we'll go all out and make sure that we grab the 3 maximum points.
Okay, Mumunia Bubakar, coach Edma, Enswa Treman. Okay, Ignatius has been speaking to Yampo Fankra, but before that, Yentian assistant coach Gordon Ablodi was also ekasa after the game.
I'm very, very happy because when we went to the press conference, I told them something and they've made me proud. They've made it for me because I told them when I was playing for us, Accra Folk, I played as a player, I won the FA Cup. I came to Kotoko as a player, as a technical man, I won. And here I am with Nafisa too, and they've made me to the finals. So it's my prayer that we win the grand final match.
Now got into the MTN FA Cup final. I'm sure your next attention is on the Premier League. It's a crunch game here. What do you need to do to get that win and stay in the Premier League?
It's a must win. We have to win if you want to be in the. This is our home game. We have to win and stay in the Premier League. This is our game. So it depends on us. All is we and the players. We are going to make sure, train hard, and make sure that we stay in the Premier League. We have to win against Samates.
That's a difficult one, and we wish you the very best. Is that Brankese? That's Kim Faisal Samatex this weekend. So that's Gordon Ablodi. Ignatius. He's never done a post-match interview, and yesterday he spoke to Yampo Fankra after the game. Ignatius.
Coach, congratulations once again. And the truth of the matter is that since you took over on this pitch at home, Kim Faisal have not lost.
That's great. We always want to make the home a fortress because, it's always difficult going on away because of our travels. We are not able to train there. So when you have like 7 days to train and play, 6 days to train and play. So you have some advantage over there awaiting, and that's what we always want to do.
Let's talk about the FA Cup and then talk about your league form. How tricky was it against a fellow Ghana Premier League side this afternoon?
Very difficult because they come in an away game trying to score first and then hope to defend their, which they got a penalty out of nothing, and suddenly they had confidence. But we had to calm them down. And it's always difficult playing a fellow Premier League club in the MTN FA Cup. Very, very difficult because they are well organized than the other teams, and you could see it. Even when we went 2-1 up, they still marshaled and came back, and we had to dig deep to go 3-2.
I realize you made some changes, not just in personnel, but in tactics. Explain to us, take us through.
So we realized that for their fullbacks, they couldn't stop crosses. And if you watch all 3 goals, it came as a result of a cross. So we reviewed the first goal, and we reviewed the second goal, and was like, okay, then let's take the ball to the byline. And that got us the 3rd goal. And after the 3rd goal, we watched, it was like 20 minutes. So it's like, let's defend our. So instead of the high press, now we went to a medium press. And then as the game went on, like the last 5 minutes, we went to a low press. We gave them their half play in there, and then we defend. And we told our fullbacks to stay put because there was no need going forward again, so that they will catch us on counter break, which I think they did very, very well.
Ignatius Osefusu, a coach, Edma, a Kumasi, Ken Faisal. So from the game that was played earlier on Saturday, now a Dreams and a Sky. Now Sky coach of any Christian Loco, or no, I actually know, or so I'll share ball, no team say Sky for the board, the real football.
My boys played very well. They played to instructions, but there were some nitty-gritty aspects of the game, vis-a-vis officiating. When people walk from here, kick ball outside, and go and pick a ball, in terms of time wasting. And you are watching, no caution. You didn't caution them. So they were doing it that way. If you want to watch real football, we play the real football. Division 1, and this is Premier Division. But if you are from outside, you don't know, you will think we are rather the Premier side. We play better. We are not disgraced.
What cost your side that 2 early goals?
The 2 early goals, I would say, I think the first goal just came as a result of lack of concentration. And the second goal also, because when we had a penalty, I think we were able to bury the penalty. I think morale will move on. So that thing followed like that until we also able to score the other one. But then, in terms of gameplay, I still believe, I'm proud of the boys. They did very, 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 very well.
And you know the same way we now Christian Loco Kokaya, a 2-2 Zito say, hey, Masa, born a Uba or plan, and yet Kasa say, Karim Zito. Also, with him, Mukwana must say Division 1. What I say?
Coaching is about an objective. the objective carries you. You fight for what you want. It's not talking. It's going there and applying the correct method that will suit your objective on the game.
But then again, you scored 2 quick goals in the first half. Was that the game plan?
It's a game plan. Let's get them and then we'll contain them. You understand me? Because they beating us, they make history. We beating them, done nothing.
Karim Zito. Hey, that was an apt response to the Sky FC coach. Okay, we'll go to the organizers of this competition, the MTN FA Cup Committee. Yera Wilson Atta, chairman of the committee. Na Yemusan and Pempenzo Mababidri Omaniaje. What's the way forward now? Hi, Honorable. Honorable.
Yes, sir.
Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Naboko dear.
Nyame ado. Nana Darkwa Gyasi.
I said me move am nyahwe.
Hey, now over ni pa wo asanya ko di wo de me ba wonyere.
Chairman. Chairman. Chairman, enti there's about 2 semi-final games we are going to the finals. From the prelims to the 64 to now. Chairman, Bonitofama, as a committee, I would down on what are your impressions?
Regional teams level boy, I know we 44 teams. Division 148. I mean, the ball, I know. 110 clubs involved. The Kakanka 18 premier teams never come on a 110 clubs. Yakubu Cup. Now, you don't have an ordinary club. I say I won't be. And it is the defending champions. I can't support you.
I dreams the year class of folk free.
Thank you. And again, I go to criminal. Give it a ye.
Aye.
So these are teams that start the season almost to the degree or epic cup. And you know, and you want to say, oh, you know, now grand final. No, could you say, put a ball as Sky boy, ball and Shatraman boy, who do the last team got there by accident? Hard work, good performance, the team blue. So it's been a wonderful competition so far. And the man can go,
Fantastic. Now, what was the idea behind taking the 2 semi-final matches to Abrankesi? And more, and it's your idea who amudi simo ni sono a we pay na.
Yeah, be share this season as you know. Idea committee is not here for. I think the idea for a fight. Yeah, be share this season. Every project private investment in football. And as I'm saying, that's a private case today, one of the facilities that private investors and I go first for Quaye, that's what clear data. They're very fine. Unfortunately, that's why grass, if I take it 6 weeks, and like you in 6 weeks, and for all the time I ever find out, I don't think that the days will be ready. They are shifting final from Aqua. But I'm candidate was planned. The only problem was I was supposed to play both matches on one day. But because almost flat like, but yes, we achieved a 4-1. And yet, the majority of spectators are on TV, are online. And the quality of packaging, the quality of the game is, quality. Changing room, ambience, yeah. And you select the very best around. And we've had a wonderful time. We'll be out. MTN, sure, our mobile.
Say Yebusa. Dabeni Bobo finals. Then what are the arrangements put before the finals? Okay. Come here, say ye Lucy Yera was an actor, the M10 FA Cup committee chairman. Nanka Mpusim Busano and Sem Makumi Nubi before we wrap that interview up. This is the Sports Park, Max 897. Numbers Musa said, as a committee, say winner no. Womu any sponsors no be kasa na ya pibibia ma ne dia ahomboaboa sebe ya obetima akọ Africa akọ represent Ghana in a worthy manner na message be about say proud sports magazines Shamo Alves or Trinity Graphics da command or say can Delta Force FC Sport Man City's party but Arsenal o sign Jorginho die eye okay honorable.
Yes, sir, Nana.
Na mi busa se ese ya mo de call abrankesi ya mo buta mo de si mani sui mani agi se awie pay ye kue nim no de na nhwe nim for the finals.
Finals no I dey committee no ya 5 day ya talk to the executive committee e plan no mo ebe fu aso na omo be when we know the venue now. We will announce in the demonstrations that I can tell you that we are in for a very exciting, most thrilling final MTN Africa.
Obisu ti amana so say ankofo menu o ma finals kra o mo de no mkwa kopen ho Dreams FC ne Kim Pfizer anya bia as a committee chairman ugiri say wo mo akadia ye dey represent Ghana or Africa.
Udim that's no mo kan na enyo because we crowd big that sky who are on the eye because this man as an individual I'm really so much millions of dollars digital GB or Ghana the Pania digital GB in Ghana now football team now Africa you are questioning me why.
Na bi o say menye me no na ka so me Moscow FCD me Moscow FCD
Meba football na era na business and I only need it
me GD pa
it will be the only na use of Africa no about success can go there when
okay
then you raise the
I understand what you are saying but chairman we've been in this country teams is waji crew teams are qualified for competitions are almost free muso omo nkobium
and teams you know it
enye wo mu
so why do you think that we know more what we should be thinking about is how do we fund Africa?
Chama, so you see my question. Yeah, but Chama, I want to show you should have allowed me on my follow-up questions. Maybe also one bet me akwa no muntimi nko then I'm like, oh, committee no. Nshebe na mo se bia mo be so mo asini sika fam. E ona na mbeze me ko.
Committee no be ma 100,000 Ghana for preparation. What was I say? Over Africa, you have to beef up your squad for a client. Teams like so people up. Sometimes you need to beef up second class. We are the few. I think our Bible said, "God with the best transport, because they need a major way." So, but this is where, as a country, we need to take certain decisions. I agree that private business, private clubs. Yes, and they can raise sponsorship, they can raise, because of Africa, you pay players to your players to the highest level, so you're able to sell and get the 500,000 and keep money from USD. So at that stage, we're a businessman, and yes, you can take a loan, you can take money and go and sell players pay. It's as simple as that. So a project, they will raise the money. To raise the money they need. But I think that it's we need to do what others elsewhere they can support. Is flying their national flag. I support it. Because when they get to that stage, they are playing for Ghana.
Yeah.
So it's not a foreign policy. And just as the training doctors, the training military, police, we need to train footballers. And I club level you train you need school to train footballers. And club have comparative advantage in football. Until I say this cash football, this cash football, how big Africa? I say their support really massive so that they can excel and make Ghana proud and increase their slot flying.
Thank you very much. Yeah, that's it. Only atwitwin komonya coupon shop, but let us also congratulate you and your outfit for a wonderful congratulations, Sebia. And more than 100 teams, so no more team. Edio mo ba baby drew last two. My idea, ye bo ma baso.
Yamisha, mo to my boy, media. We have done this with us. They appreciate for contribution.
All right, Nyamisha Baby. That's Wilson Atta. He's chairman of the MTN FA Cup committee. Don't forget, he's also president and owner of Sky FC. They were in the semis and lost, and they are also in contention for Division 1 promotion to Premier. I heard there's a year worker man, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Before come on here,
before Timmy.
Yes, see, such teams are more absence in the league. I can't be na your league, no. Unche de huni Ofa Bofo, Ofa Hazakes, Ofa Wise, Ofa Dwarfs. So these are traditional clubs. Quaye United. You see, it's All
Blacks.
Yes, All Blacks. Sad teams we will league no na. They will add something to the league. Sad teams win in our relegation. So because untrue no, tell na we BA United and Bofo. BA United and Bofo. It's like Manchester United and Manchester City. So, I look at derby. Now, more force. Two teams, you know, more league now. They will add something to the league. Okay, Azakis. The last time I checked on them, more Division 2. Division 2 no more. 11 wise. Then almost what Division 2. Some teams in every league, and now they say teams are banned. In terms of community crew, you know, community in Shedan you want to, apart from baby any Gold Stars and the BN Swatman. So, but these are traditional clubs. First, you know, that is why I'm so happy. Say Pandu. Heart of Lions, Asaba.
Yeah.
Because first in the name, Voradep. So, Voradep a war league in Mo. Be a winning Voradep. I'm on the FA Cup. I'm going to go ball fanas. Ajetelimu. Oh, Accra Sports Stadium. You can't remember. Now, I'm Pijo Danesizu. At that time, very young boy. Now, we take Accra Sports Stadium. Many Edgar Pierre, any other guys. You can cover that much. Very young guy. So, teams win in a film, and the new teams be a back. And so, I said the excitement in the league. Hey, before Bo, ne BA United, boah.
Now, before ni be at the World Cup final.
And yeah, a beginning, even Brukum was as a crab at the BB Kakra, and so as I become. So, and you been in new teams in Abadon. So I'm so happy. Say, I'll throw my support
behind Bofo.
Omoba.
Not wonders.
Wonders.
Bofo is like 17 years, eh?
Yes.
In Division 1.
I throw my support on my Bofo.
No, down for Sune Boche.
Apia.
Yao Jan.
Say, Omono, Sanko for no. Be a for no. Omono. Team be a baby or baby almost for
Ayomudia.
I like that. Boating Jan. Jiwapia ne sa guys Kwame Ntofianko.
Yeah.
And they or more can. Omoni nam sa BA teams in and no more yejuma. Let's pray says these teams will come. Nana, weekend you home. Papa ya only din komo. You see, almost stage apart from Keto Kriku the Okoye no Tamale.
Yeah.
Say sad the day Keti the no Mkoye ne Tamale no. Actually ubi ko extra ma to beat Keto Kriku the Okoye against Kotoko ne. Yes. Nothingness no address the frugal way. So now I like that. But me who say we say na tamu committee. Mama ye nice game this weekend.
Yeah.
In Sunu Nanka Saturday game, Enka but we use you no kura to nchen Sky and your bad.
Last year we do say quarter finals.
Ana be say Sky no. Ombe she premier teams in bebree. Omunu bo. Indecision, any decision making and aka wo mo do anim ho a.
Yeah.
Timu ama dreams are sweating. Aye experience kejuwa bi o. Eno mo di BT wo. Besi emfa ball no into sem. Emfanto. Nana ball possessing. Omo ball be 50 something. Sky for no. Very young team. Now we need coaches like Christian Loku.
Onyobosa.
Obe shaking league no.
Ni interview ni amisiro.
Boss, Jagons upon Jagon. Morino ba EPM.
The real football.
Yes, Morino ba EPM.
Osi Zito mo amoshi o.
Osi Zito aya ne course meet. But this is football. Nana, me here on say
oyobu ye nya say Zito ase no.
But on so pay buy. Okay, I tell me pay buy. What be be.
But on say ka wo yobo ana wa win. We Zito ase no.
We one match people. Enti yemfa ne say Christian Loku e wo league mu no
o say shia Zito a
obo be 34 matches.
Any yobi
Me I like that. Jobu wa na otiati na wo ko baby. So, the team no washishe the team no fine pa.
It's unfortunate that nations for ne ya qualify ja.
Yes. The last season they came close.
They came very close.
I wish them well. But maybe next season. Omo Emra. But I think I agree with Zito. Zito use experience. So and they qualify. But Nana football there, the way you set up your team, any approach at the bekono, and no one resource on our Zabeka. So it do baby response I know the mark Christian Loco is in order.
What means Paddy we are there?
Ozi football never
the objective and plan.
Yes, or planning and what you call a fraud and no kunya qualification. So Zito Ayejuma. Dreams as a club, Omunu this level.
Yeah.
Omunu hobby that. So it's for dreams almost struggle in the league. I do this level. It's a plus.
Yeah.
Nana it's a plus. Until the Yaniakas will be a new beer because in Kiaka forma. Yaka forma. Kadiana nomini bichim a monetesenko make me make up to this level. But Ubia was struggle. Say on-call relegation. Dana, me I qualify to the final. And you will be and you be and you know, it was a good match. And no game. You see, I don't know what is wrong. Na me who can face say a improved team.
Under Ignatius.
Yes, a improved team. Because Kingfisher that I know for the start of the league, and yet this same Kingfisher and I'm woman. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. Nani, who should Kingfisher? I mean, omo transition, a very, very good. And then omo confidence in so few teams and a bit me ayede Kingfisher ayeno going down. You came from behind, level up. What's up? Oko ni asabe level up. Now what's up? Sure. Do you know, sir? A player like from Bob Mbate.
I don't know about Olympics when team more.
Olympics now omkutom problem.
It's true.
Omkutom problem. This is a fantastic player.
Fine player, bro.
Sure. Tell my boy we were Kingfisher and Sana
Orban.
He was a fun player. Obedru Oba Olympics. Omo manu mobi. Or starting from bench. So this is a player. Nana man opportunity. Obetima ye no ma bebre. Se Usha Baturi, Usha Babayaya. So now Chef from Pom. Boating.
Adumanchi.
And you see, the team has changed. say when you face a kwaba, you have to be very, very, very careful. Ebi obi be question the opposition because omo ye bad travelers. But this FA Cup, omo Quaye 2 ako win. Because you are man.
Yeah.
So people will talk about the opposition. Say be opposition ni a weak in a who Kingfisher in that way. But Kingfisher has changed. Now Ignatius Obaye no Nana.
Why Bibi Kakra?
Why add Bibi to Kingfisher team? Or add Bibi? Omusa baby omonda in the league. Enye. But Nana, they will give you fine football.
Some quality football.
Yes. Diemihun and Rano was the best. And so I tell my grow kakra woman so.
Sound.
Omu defenders in Asia Daniel serious. I grow kakra woman so. You see, my striker scored. Ofori.
I
said no Karara.
I know. Bob and Yamana.
I will call me there or Beshe Sapanatino. But Sir Opesa Obo in this level. I think say the defenders in Guechi no more. Omu Diagro. Just to clear your lines. Then this is almost out.
Yeah.
Chabon would flow to Fattal. Omu Kotoko for problem the kakra.
Defensively,
yes,
they can't defend their lines.
Omu intimi defend it well. Baba Yarenya ball on one so didn't name Musa. So, eti sa omuso peso mo ka league no ma. Omu hwe no ma bi. I think say so omu kamwa. The next idea just so say omu defense no. Omu chatting up. And host edit them too much. Host with them bebre. Eti omu nye ehwo adwuma. But nana we yi sa no ma we nyina to nchen. I think say the too much is a witness here no. Omu my games are in terms of quality, nobody beat me a question.
Right.
Maybe the environment, doctor, environment, you know.
And push you.
Yes, environment, you know, conducive to the sense that a bit more football like just out timbo. But this strategy we now go put to a park and so.
And wow.
Almost sometimes, almost a opposite witness nice footballer. Even the pitch.
No, the quality of the facility. Yeah.
Yes, pitch in Ukra. But environment, and then I was watching the football. Tell me what they got two dressing room.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, what a job.
Standard no so.
What a job. And a papa aye I'm a football. See you be nyasa normal ibi. Our community akana. Also, we natural grass.
Yeah.
When you astro turf,
there be
natural grass. Now, we share infrastructure and in terms of quality, nobody can question it. There's no way. See a mom, sa pitch, an environment where you conducive. Now we could jinawa. I don't know how football be answering. No, I think no so boy.
The other question, Anna, Josiah. Orata, as watching Manuel Kosi Bonne is an unfair question. No, me say he's been unfair to me because me with him beside.
And I say yeah, Krumo, you be
that's what I'm saying.
But also no person football is about investment.
That's true, though.
Yes, and say because
Gruza are Africa, so there's a possibility Gruza beat Masan Africa.
Yes,
but Gruza went to Africa with a sound management and huge sponsorship at the time.
Krumo and the teams in Africa. Kubisa made a
new Dubias. Okoba no ano.
Okoba.
But top Lions we club bisa Victoria Oko Africa.
Yes. Okoba no ano. Because financially it will drain you.
Liberty more Africa.
Yes. We want you careful so I won't mean na na so bi. So, your examples. You bet me they are justified. It may be a new chapter.
Ah well.
And be anything or the be a wajina so kasa say ombetimi akọ. So why nana your man the benefit of that.
Okay.
Your man the benefit of that. And then share the obetimi aye.
Okay, Kuya, that says 36 minutes past 11. Max 89.7 live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. And I think start time say enjoy digital live. Yesterday all the FA Cup matches brought to you by Star Times. Omukoye mwa and Jadi Jimedie no ebrewo sansusu ena yeda NLA 590 games Polytank Sumo Super Max by TCL Josiah.
Nana.
Yeah.
I think over the weekend we were treated to a very, very top quality game in the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no fluke to find these two teams making it to the finals because Osha, both teams have never made it to the finals of the FA Cup. And this is the first time Omunomukushia. You talk about dreams and their journey to where they are now. I think they beat two-time defending champions in Hearts of Oak. So you wouldn't expect a team like Sky, with all due respect to Sky FC. Because I don't think that Dreams best heart. No, I'm a Sky. I bet you national. And then the anchor, it will be very, very painful to them. And also looking at the route of fine and how close they are to the final. Now, you see, one fascinating thing about these two teams at the final, they say both teams are trying to escape relegation.
Yeah.
Because social league log now, it looks like both of them are not so safe. Maybe Omodana and Shedanye. And I'm trying to see the prospect of these two teams, or either of these two teams winning it, ending up being relegated, and how they are going to fare in Africa. Because it's really going to be a mystery.
Yeah. Oh, say GDO mu say teams ni mienu. Say Baku echo relegation. Now in the unlikely event say Wasanji FA Cup now. Obeko Africa.
No, so we've had Gordon Bloody just last week. Oka say King Faisal FA Cup now. They are going to Africa.
No, Nisika near go Africa.
No, but maybe if he's very close to the management, and maybe they've been given some assurance. Say Munji FA Cup near go Africa.
Assurance.
Maybe they've been given an assurance. Say Munji FA Cup now. We are going straight to Africa. You see, I have one issue with who the winner of the FA Cup will be.
Okay.
Because going to Africa, just like Kweku was saying, financially, is very draining. If you don't have the means, the financial muscles to go there and prove something, especially to get to the money zone, then it's going to be an absolute loss to you. Because that's what teams...
A loss you might not recover from.
I'm telling you, it will just break you down if you don't take a financial loan to be in Babium. One share, you Uber players loans, you go down again. You get it. So what I'm looking at is not just financially, but then also quality-wise, how these teams will fare in Africa. Because Ocean League ni mumpwa, yes, we know the league is competitive to a certain extent, but then continentally, do you have that quality to go there? Because we saw was it Chelsea? We saw Brekum Chelsea a couple of years ago. We've seen Ediana. They had quality then, but they even struggled. Now Ocean teams like Hearts Nekotoko, even with the quality they have as compared to these two teams over there, even in Africa they struggled a lot. Just recently, Hearts and Kotoko, they've had their issues in Africa. We're here when Kadiogo came all the way from Burkina Faso and upsetted Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Hearts sold to Quaye, Mali. Even before then, the previous season, no one Kowak, Akonum 6, Aba, and Bamako, Real di Bamako. So my question I'm asking is, I'm not really happy when teams forfeit the chance to play in Africa. And Yame Desa, because it shouldn't be happening. I can't remember when was that. A couple of years ago, Birmingham City, they won the League Cup at the expense of Arsenal in England. They were relegated to the Championship. No more ball Europa, no more ball Africa. Europe. They were still down there and they were still playing in Europe. Why? Because Birmingham City would have the capacity to do that. But then in our setting, Ube Bisa said, can King Faisal do that? Because even playing in the league alone, financially, sometimes they need easy more. Because I quite remember just a couple of months ago, we saw what happened to RTU. Financially, they were not able to just even internally within the country, they are booking tickets, they are spending time in hotels and all that too. Look at the way they struggled. So my question is just two. So financially, do they have what it takes to survive in Africa? And then the next thing has to do with quality. Do they have the quality? Because so Koboka now or just home and away on aggregate 6, 7, no abefie. Then one kokra you get it. So one kokra and these two teams have done incredibly well on my idea for them to, because we saw the number of teams that started this over 130-40 teams And in Kakan Krayabe drew baby aye drew. A lot has gone into it. These teams have strived a lot. They've done a lot. They sacrificed a lot to get to where they are. And trust me, it's going to be one tough final. Despite the fact that we would not be seeing powerhouses, going head to head against each other. Dreams King Faisal is a real matchup for anyone who has really followed the FA Cup to the latter stages. You know, say yes, we'll be served quality football. Because even talking about King Faisal, look at their quarter-final game against Diana. It was so dramatic. They came out on top. Look at their game against the Swacheman. Another good game. So they've showed so much quality, so much promise in the FA Cup. And everyone will be willing to watch what actually happens. Because for me, I would really want to see what happens in that final game. Dreams FC coming up against King Faisal. But then in the event any of these teams gets relegated, Nana, it's going to be tough. I'm telling you. Because even if you want to go down, at least you would go down with some respect. Say, okay, even when I was relegated, met me heading a FA Cup heading. So for me, those are the two questions I'll be asking. Say, financially, Alaji Beto Ninchi, and then Nana Eberson. Sikani bet to Africa. You see, going to Africa is another thing on it too. We all know the problem. Even teams like Kotokone Hearts. Oh, yeah, Kase, even when it comes to finances, no, they are stable. Sometimes I'm going to and even if you want to go there, you need to spend extra cost to beef up your squad. You need to beef up that squad. You need to augment the squad to get enough quality in the squad to go there. But then I also have to comment the organizers of the competition. And easy, sir. It's not that easy. And gradually I think the FA Cup is gradually getting to that level. It's one of Uyi League if you are, yes, of course, the top tier league now. I think teams are really finding interest in this thing. And we've seen some good games, from the from the second tier and third tier teams. We saw that game between Kotoko and Benab FC. It was a very, very fine game. We've seen Sky FC. Unfortunately, their run has eventually come to an end. Now, let me talk about the Bofakwa Tano issue, And is it 11 Wise playoffs, no? You see, to some extent, I mean, may agree with Kweku. Say these teams are needed in the league because we need to continue with it. They need to be in the league all the time. Now, 1 year, you'll be relegated. If you don't put things in place, even Hearts, if Hearts do not put things in place, they'll be relegated. And sometimes I believe, these teams learn a lot when they spend so much time in the Division 1. Teams were Pando out of Lions. After they gained promotion, I think the first thing the coach said was that we've been out of the league for close to 12 years. But then the MIA called down 12 years ago, we are not going to repeat them. So some teams don't say yes, they are traditional clubs. See, you can't if you want to gain your status, if you want to remain in the league, you have to do things right. And Fao said you are being owned by a community. And now I said no, you have to put things right. We're here in Nottingham Forest. They won back-to-back championship European Cups in the 80s. They were relegated. They spent close to 20 years. So you can't tell me because they're a traditional club, then no, the league will miss you, but other teams will start also doing things right. And if you don't do things right, these teams will capitalize. So say now they are a household name in the league. Can league now, you can't take Diana out. They're also there. You get it? It would be nice to have these things because see, I remember they be on Cornerstone. And they've not been able to come back again. So that's a be area of you said they even existed. So that will be the same thing that could happen to what? Tano Bofakwa. If they don't try as much as they can to what? To come back into what? The Premier League. Because once you come back with that what? That rich history that you used to have. So as you say, you come back with that rich history and teams will, okay, so this was the team that played in the league 20 years ago. Then teams will go back, people will go back and what? And even learn more about you. But the more you remain down there, you become oblivious to people.
Right.
So as I say, people won't even remember you. Okay. I'll be glad if we have these teams. The likes of, you can say, Hazakis, Gambao Blacks, you mentioned them. Tano Bofakwa is there. All these teams have been there at a point. They've been in the league. But then at a point, they couldn't sustain live in the Premier League.
Right.
And a more call down. So for me, I'll be glad if they can. It's going to be one tough game. that middle league between Sanobo and yes, it's going to be a very, very tough one. But then whoever comes, I believe that if you're able to put things in place, then you have a chance of coming. Nana Midimanuesi.
Thank you, bro. That's it. Goshmelo is at Dansuman Wesley Grammar and he says, good morning to you guys. Great convo with the chairman of the FA committee. However, he tried circumventing your question by personalizing it. Facts are sacred, and the blatant truth is that smaller clubs who win the ultimate struggle to partake in such competitions due to financial constraints or not having the financial muscles. Anyway, kudos to him and his team. Goshmelo, Dansuman Wesley Grammar. Thank you for your message, sir. Kwame Otema. Kwame say, Nana, what is preventing the GFA to introduce the National First Division League? Now see about Division 1 League. I said this system of zonal First Division League gives advantage to teams from Bro and Hafu because the teams from the northern regions are not able to match them. You just look at the number of BA teams in the Premier League and you understand what I'm saying. Ghana needs a competitive National First Division League. This is a conversation that can come up. Yeah. We've had this conversation before. But it's a conversation that cuts across a lot of areas. It demands for a dispassionate and a very broad-minded conversation.
Yeah.
What's here about National Division 1 League, near man national calendar, national character? It comes with a lot of financial implications.
That's the point.
Financial implications near the banner. Question is say, are clubs ready to go down and participate? They say, you better the clubs in also Amanaka 20 and I say 16 at the Premier League. Nana. And you see, all these things must go through congressional and executive committee approvals, with broader consultations with major stakeholders. Now you can make your point.
Yeah, like you were saying, I believe that it's all boils down to finances. Because even Premier League clubs like Rebimu struggle, Obi A 2.50 enough about South easy sir. So for a national, I don't think that we have that capacity to play a national.
In the wisdom of the previous administration,
for now,
conversation when you first
for now, we are not ready.
You know what I mean? And if I call a free a cry, bedroom, zone 1, zone 2,
it's an improvement. Yeah.
I think we've come away.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
You know what I mean?
Exactly, because any easy sir for team or Division 1.
They say, Nipa now, you Jan no also adding the viewpoints bar. You might have a very genuine point.
Yeah, but then it will. Okay.
The bonus is here. A favor Bonahafu team. Reason Benji
no, I know crap. That's why I didn't even go there.
Because
the
premise in Ukraine.
Let's not even touch there because the premise might be based on. You know what I mean?
See, I deal with say na Yehunusano. To say the kind. Como Casio. Na Uncomo in Yan
a stakeholder consultations are. You brought it into the extent say there's only going to be one language. All right, 50 after 11. Let's go to the lines and be interactive on our phone-in segment. Proudly brought to you by Techno Mobile. Techno, come on. That when I want launch come on 19 and I say come on 20 so about. And a stone boy call launch Yeah, man. Hello. Hi, good morning. Hello?
Nana Darkwa Gyasi.
Nana
Darkwa, we have a call here.
Adumara kwa mpacho yanko.
Oh, me didn't jump off phobia. Nana Darkwa. I'm more about being my power. Let me hear every president and Mr. Kata RFH and Magret Accra. Nana Darkwa, last year, Barbara can see me who felt that I'm going to be Mr. Tuante.
Kafra.
I started, me Pia Brankesi every match.
That's why I did yanko 12 Samson.
Me more about so near my power more. MB, I just a Ghana football. I say in an idea who support to Nathan Ebea, football beckoning, internet asino. You say that you took a free Brank as the top football come at the Quaye. Now, game is a nice game. They are connected to Frontino. Yet we is ruling out in the area. You better fight out. We don't want to message to me. I never told us. And the one muscle. Yes, my comment to the year, and a boss guy. Sky, they almost for the Premier League. Now, this year, you will be no money in the actual points and the Maya. But you mission beba nti no mo ko na e tiri mo na e dia fine Nana Africa ndi e bi say dreams FC ebedi cup no we Africa na dreams ji so man ko dia and the very issue okruma say every president team agic Africa for Africa Kiveta de mo je won team ko nti no dreams dia o ma ji no mo ji so man ko dia and seven bi okruma no to mo ko bye
that's it obi this can on Africa say many busy then I'll be no hello
Nana Darkwa Gyasi.
yes sir
Fattal, good morning.
Pacho morning
Fattal, me didn't believe because I feel so come on.
I mean shout so about that see
The vampire say Africa for king visa bit me again. Master man.
all right Obompa is a king face up FA Cup no we see how it goes whether the Inshallah boys can win it 89.7 055 00 555 and 0579 000 225 Enti ubed maba na odu adwenche aba. Hello. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, Nana.
Penny Pacho free.
Me de Kwame me kasa sikama.
Kwame Pacho Quaye.
Me message na wakame last krano.
Oh wow. Okay, that's nice. Bam Kwame from Tema.
Yes, me were about over 60 years.
Kwame, Kwame, Waano so ono wonya adwen se o say format no favor be teams no.
Yeah, and then after man can ya maintain being a form, but you know, I can say, would be a shetama I started doing that. Almost every year, there is a beat team over Premier. Who they watch you? So I watch it almost every year. Mana, some of the teams, you know,
enough Bakubi Abefim.
Yes, Bakubi Abefim. And then I mean, that's no. Well, we share national first division that time, no. 70s national first division, national second division. And my agronomy is very competitive. If you win in Canada, against me 15 teams. So when this guy was on the football, one more I bought Premier One, it's all be up on back out. So your aim is very competitive. Yes, you see, I've got for another from the NBA, one. Let's say be on the way there or whatever. Nothing else a ball. You see, a advantage for that being team. What do I can watch it? Over years, every year we are being of a corner about 11 wonders, a call now about a call no about Chichima, cities, a call no about 1 month every year there will be a being team in the Premier League. Team match of Mamano, what more? And no cost on one share years before and so this is that system. About the teams in the farm, the master.
All right, over Kwame, that's what's seven Waano so be pie so I kika 17. It's an interesting debate, but maybe not for today and not tomorrow, another time. Hello. Okay. Hello. 5 more minutes to wrap up. Hello.
Good morning, Dakwa.
Over Mbacho morning. Danny, let's say. Adumara Quaye Quaye.
Kaka meka ye egbe no match papa ma yen ehwe no Facebook ni betuti ema no
abuchewo ya ha Max TV o
yeah na meka se mimi
na abuchewo
yeah na meka se ye bon abaso ne ejuma pa mo de ebre yen ramase na nkopon hia ne ejuma pa mo ye amen
Michelle Bebre we there prophetic pa. Yeah, that's it. Adjoa say, Adjoa TV say, good morning, Nana TCL and the crowd. Pep doesn't overthink on Wednesday. As for Ateta and Arsenal, fire burn them all. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. My name is Nana Darkwa.
Debi nya wote, mimi di na odi ato ho so no.
Ubetumi answer to
search you on Facebook, say for Nana Darkwa.
Mpachongani.
Okay, me dey Jessica ho.
Mr. Gentukan.
Yeah, awesome.
And Max FM, we are the Max TV. Young Punsa was any other colleague in the Kayan. Now, near me, so person can say. Now, colleague back or panel no will see on the camp about traditional teams, Mr. Young Body, the traditional teams, and go to a league in Ireland. I competitive man. I it is the blue on the area. I'm afraid to attend to them. Any amount of Quaye, you could see a year of sports stadium. Now, back in them. Will be 20 pesos, then time 20 pesos in tea. Yantini Ava, a sports stadium now, my activity system. We a record be a medium amount. Which me assets it, I could be if the Biabe could be assets down with Clay. No, wasn't it? It's my traditional teams, no, and bra, men see any again, in year today. A Mali, you know, some part of team non qualify our Mokakobo, a year waffle, Zombino, but over to me, Abwana.
Ampem Darkwa, ombetime abo, and I said last season omukobo, omu nimbo pa.
Fine. Ni team many do team now Ampem Darkwa no boy.
Azakes lady.
Mpachon. Omuna mi so ma yibi ameni di omatia.
Ade woni di Azakes ladies echi o. Eno de why ade na obi achi Azakes ahye na woni gidi o sa nipa num.
Ni gidi woni musa so bitima yi di abo ya Ghana ma football.
Wow. Of course, you're entitled to your opinion.
That is it.
Michelle Bibri. Nana Darkwa, I'm the same namesake, friend. Michelle Bibri. Right. This is the Sports Park on 89.7 Max FM live around the world on www.maxfmlive.com. Hello. Fabu from Akwete man. Fabu Moni Kotoku Royals na babebo ubako shebi. Nyame aduma weekend way. Okay. So TV so no mo de beba nti ebedu china na ebehu se bia be memenda na afiada na kwasiada. Okay.
Africa from ayi model is na mo de bono. Asa mo system. Now ayi ya peko first abo no. Another bank has said because on this ayi ke fata Africa be don ba ka.
Me kai pa.
Most you know, who for mo no nkata. Ata je ara mo ma home teams ranya.
Aya omuma home teams na advantage. Right. We've lost Fabu. We've lost him. Yeah, sure Fabu. Yeah, befa baako pe na yeah sorry so Sports Park. Next season Chelsea will bounce back stronger. Isaac Clever is at East Legon. Okay, Max 897. It's almost wrap up time. A minute to midday. Hello. So Adumo. I'm back to Asianko. Oh, many Scadiaco.
Oh, I like you, Scar. I like you, Scar.
Wow. And then Chedu doesn't know about the Aquabro Chaqua about Quabansa.
Oh, sir, Ghana, I got your best of bottom.
Oh, that's fine.
I got your bottom.
You.
And the bumpire man.
You. That's it. Yeah, for Kobe, it's been nice coming your way with a Sports Park. And I see I'm coming NLA 590, Polytank Sumo Super, TCL for bringing to us the best home appliances and affordable ones ever. Max by Air Leader in home appliances, smartphones, accessories, and everyday goods. On Taichi and Edijumedie by Star Times, the official broadcast sponsors of the Premier League in Ghana and the FA Cup. Yes, Star Times. Enjoy digital life. Techno Spark 10 series. Stop at nothing. And I feel into Techno come on 20. And also about Jodium. Betway Aviator. Betway. Bet your way. Niche chocolate drink. Yeah, the Ghana. Coco Papa ena yetimi edi ayem. Amalive Spine Clinic. Wachinka sena ya unsaye titriti. Uti gang. Ko no mwa on dansuman. On ben eye NHS officer Quaye na omumwa. And you Quaye and a tie chi. I mean the Sports Park in Bro Max 89.7 live around the world. www.maxfmlive.com. Yada yenuanumasi. Kweku Waano Utsen camp Josiah Quaye Mutala Yakubu, Nafisa Fattal. Production led by Tony Bebley. Support from Michael, Daniel, Venza, Holy, and everybody. Your friend Nana Darkwa Gyasi. It's a brand new day and a brand new week. Now, for